from a desert base. Truth don't hide, it just waits for a face, for a face. Footprints in a pine slick path. Bob Lazar files with a government laugh. Court dates lost in a sea of red tape. We ain't 10-4, we just stay awake. True crime tales in a borrowed voice. We speak for the silence, not by choice. Got boots on the dirt and eyes on the skies, digging up stories they hoped would die. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. We're the Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Military broadcast, midnight run, teaching vets how to speak what the war's done. From trigger pulls to microphone stands, from combat zones to healing hands. Public records, missing names, unsealed files, classified games. We chase what's buried, not what trends, and we pray for light at the truth's deep end. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. We're the Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Some chase fame, we chase the facts. Some fold quick, we read the tracks. It ain't paranoia if it's always been there, and we ain't scared to lay it bare. Into the storm. We ain't perfect, but we were made for this form.
Hey everyone.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Weeds podcast here on Military Broadcast Radio. We've already had some gremlins in the technology. Alaura and I got kicked off.
Yes.
So, Millennial, if we do get kicked off, just go with it. You've got information.
The show must go on.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope everybody has had a great 4th of July weekend. I didn't really do anything. Actually, I read Gypsy's files. Yeah, I did. But
I had a pretty good time, though. I got to go see some cool fireworks, and then went on a little camping trip, and I'm back, and I'm ready to dive into this stuff, I guess.
yeah, but before we do that, I want to show you guys MBR. They celebrated 4th of July military broadcast.
Oh no, we lost them again, y'all. They're going to be back. They were having some storms earlier today, and I don't know how stable their connection is now.
Wow,
but
my
okay,
goodness.
it'll be
so
back.
this is a flashback to the OG viewers. We used to have internet problems all the time.
Here we are.
Of course, when it's important, and we have
I
people
know.
watching for one.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. This is the second time this has happened. And actually, yeah, we'll get into that
Yeah.
later. But we did a skydiving event for veterans and first responders. And this is some of the pictures that came from the event. Hopefully it will let
I
me
feel like
share
it's
it.
gonna crash because you have something.
Yeah.
On the other side.
So this is just some of the pictures from that event.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool. Oh, we lost them again. Oh man. I bet they'll be back. I wonder if they're having a problem showing documents. But if so, I have the emails too. So
No,
yeah,
it's
she has the emails too. So
I don't know
That's
what's
what I
going
just thought.
on. Actually, I'm going to come out of here. And so, Millennial, can you just hold down the fort until
Yeah, no
we
problem.
get back? Okay, thanks.
Mwah.
No problem.
Sorry, everyone. We will get into it though.
Yes.
So glad to see all of y'all in the chat. I see a lot of familiar names and some I don't know, but I'm glad to meet y'all. These emails, y'all, are weird. I keep saying the same dang thing, but there were stuff in here that I honestly didn't expect to see. I didn't think I was going to be able to be surprised by Gypsy Rose anymore, but yeah, there were things in there I did not expect to see. So as soon as they get back in here, we will let Amber finish her intro for MBR and then get into them. But yeah, there's some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. It's 1,090 pages. And this FOIA, oh, here we go.
Okay, so yeah. I'm going to not share those pictures right now, just in case.
Just in case that's what's giving us issues.
Yeah, but I am going to try and share the other thing.
It's scratching.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, everybody. So this is page 1 of the documents. Okay, I have gone back and forth on what I think about Gypsy after reading this. And we do want to thank Mandy from the Dee Dee Blanchard murder website, which she took down because she doesn't want to be involved anymore. And
Wow.
I respect her for that. She wanted to get these FOIAs and she got them. But what I will tell you is that she doesn't have all of the messages. We only got from 2019 to her release.
Okay.
So, and they're all jumbled up. I don't know if you've already
We have
explained
some
this
from
to anyone.
2018, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there are some from 2018, but they're all just jumbled up. And so we're just kind of going to try and figure this out all together. And
I get the feeling that Greene County intentionally kind of jumbled and made them a scan document where it's hard to search it.
yeah. And Mandy had to go through a lot to get these. She actually went to the Attorney General and Dan.
Oh no, we lost her again. I hope I may have to share the documents for her because we have the same ones. But hey, everyone in the chat, thank you for being patient with us.
No,
but,
this is
crafted evidence. Amber didn't request them. Mandy did. Mandy from the Murder of Dee Dee Blanchard website.
Yes, she did. And she did not. Yeah, so she went through a lot to get these. We're not even going to share them on the screen because I think
that might be part of the problem.
Yeah.
Of why we're tuning out. So, sorry, everyone.
Yeah, and she, like I said, she went through Andrew Bailey, and I believe Dan Patterson also helped her get these. It took a lot. It was actually a almost an act of Congress, I think. So
she put in a lot of hard work, and so we just thank her for it. And we just want to make sure that credit goes to the person who did all the hard work on this one. Yeah. Although you and Millennial have been going through the trenches, have to read all of this stuff.
Oh my God.
It's a lot to go through, and we're not going to be able to make it through all of it tonight. But we might do a couple different streams over the course of however much time it takes and see what we can get through. Because I've been, as I said, I've been a little bit busy, so I haven't gotten to see everything, but I've gotten some highlights and oof, it's a lot.
Okay, so we're going to start at the first page, and we're just going to go over the goddess part because I think that's pretty interesting.
Do you want me to try presenting from my side and see if that works?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you could do that.
See if that works. Yeah, so we can prove that we have it. We actually have it. We're not just making it up as we go.
Yeah.
Also, thank you so much, Buttons.
Yes, thank you very much. And there were other people who came in.
It looks like there might be a couple new members as well, and we'd like to thank everybody. And even if you're not a member and you're not donating any money, we appreciate every single person that just showed up here tonight. We're going to make it a good stream, and we're excited, I want to say, to go over everything. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. Yeah, and there's others.
Yeah.
So, and I did try to add a couple of moderators today, but something went wrong, and so I couldn't do it. So, yeah, just be kind to everybody in here, okay? Yes. And okay, so we're gonna
it's not letting me share since I'm a guest, so that's all right. We can read to them.
Weird. Usually, it just pops up down at the bottom, and then you can. Okay. Anyways,
let me try again because I did see it at the bottom, and I didn't realize that that's what it was.
Thank you so much, Stinky Socks 1984 and Ellie.
Yes,
we appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, I guess if we can't work out Millennial being able to present something, you're
Oh,
just gonna have to
thank
trust
you,
us.
1970s.
Thank you so much, 1970s.
You guys are very
Aw.
Really
generous.
similar name to somebody that I know.
I know, right?
That's my hubby.
So welcome everybody. But yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to trust us if we can't present it.
Why
but,
don't you
we'll
start
put it
reading,
up.
Alaura?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
and if
Alaura,
we can pull something up, we'll pull something up.
yeah, Alaura will start reading, and then Millennial, you can read some too, because I can't see it over there.
Yeah,
so.
it's on the screen that's over here because, like I said, if we're presenting, we don't know how that's gonna work out. Okay. So sorry, I haven't really read over these, so I'm trying to see what the setup is. Okay.
So just for context, this starts when 8/3/2023.
8/3,
Okay.
2023.
So you don't have to read the date all the time,
yeah.
but just
But if
kind
it
of,
seems like totally different dates, then kind of
yeah.
okay, gotcha. And then also
Oh no, we lost him again. Hopefully we get him back quick.
this is
I
gonna
don't
be
know
a
what's
pain
going
in
on.
the dick. Okay. Okay, so we're going. What I was trying to say is it says customer name somewhere on here. It's all blacked out, so we don't know who everything is being sent to and from and whatnot. But sometimes you can kind of read context clues and get the vibes of who it is.
And so
Yeah.
this is when she was with Ryan. She was married to Ryan.
She was married to Ryan, 2023. Okay.
Just-
Subject letter.
Just go
okay,
to
I'm
High
starting at
Goddess,
letter.
yes. Just go to High Goddess, yes.
Hi goddess. Okay. Hi goddess. Yes. Hi goddess Gypsy. Yes, yes, yes. 3 yeses. Thank you. Thank you. I will send $50 a week. Thank you, my goddess. You made me so happy. Not sure what the best day would be. Monday, so you have money for the week, or Friday, so you have money for the weekend. What do you think, goddess? Thank you for letting me take care of you. This means so much. Love your obedient something.
I think it's a
cutting off.
servant, but
Oh, thank you, your obedient servant. That makes sense. A little,
Mhm.
you know, a little dumb thing. Okay. Let's say who
So right
if I
here.
can tell who the outbound.
So
Okay.
outbound.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't really
So
had to look at this
Gypsy's
yet.
writing this.
Gypsy's going to be writing this. What are your plans for the week? Fridays would be best, I think. Thank you so much. Have you seen any other good movies lately? Inbound. Hi, goddess. Friday sounds good to me too.
Oh no, did we lose him again? Okay, I will continue where she left off. Friday sounds good to me too. No plans to go out to dinner with my friends. We usually go once a week. Really want to see the Flash movie, but it's not free yet. I watched a movie called Parole. It was pretty good. Inbound again to Gypsy. Good morning, goddess. Did it ever stop raining there? Any plans today? Do you have a job there? Love, your obedient servant. Inbound again to Gypsy. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. I used to watch that show a long time ago and then started watching it a little recently. Good show. Always like the ending. Outbound from Gypsy to this person. I know I love when they play a song at the end and the spirit of whoever was murdered, their soul is at peace. I always get sappy. LOL. Inbound to Gypsy. Me too. I get a little sappy at the end too, goddess. LOL. It's a beautiful day today. Clean and vacuumed the pool today. Summer goes so fast. Gonna probably close it in 2 weeks. How is your day going? Or I'm sorry, that was outbound from Gypsy to the person. How is your day going? And then inbound. Hi, goddess. Day is going good. Had to drive my friend around. He just had knee surgery. Took him to therapy, then went to lunch and took him shopping. The sun just came out here, getting hot, LOL. Do you watch 90 Day Fiance? Missed it Monday. I'm going to find it and watch it. Was Big Ed on? And then this is outbound. Gypsy is writing this. It's 1 a.m. and I can't sleep. I just keep tossing and turning, so I clicked on the TV to watch an older show called Cold Case. Yes, Big Ed is in it with Liz, and so is Jovi and Yara. It was interesting for sure. Lots of drama. And this is inbound to Gypsy. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. I sent you the $50 I owe you every Friday. I hope you are pleased with me. No, I didn't get to see 90 Day Fiance yet. And this is outbound from Gypsy. Thank you. Yes, I am pleased. I am getting spoiled. LOL. I'm working on writing my life story in a book. My book proposal has been submitted to different publishers for review, and I have some good prospects. Good afternoon. It's Friday. Did you get to watch 90 Days yet? Inbound from, oops, are y'all back?
I think so.
So I was at
internet. That's funny.
Sorry.
You're good. I was at the inbound email on 8/18/2023 that says, "Wow, goddess. Wow, that sounds amazing. Make sure you don't give too much info or talk about it to anyone. You never know who's listening and scheming. You should have no problem telling your story. It's unique. People will be interested. Sounds amazing, goddess."
You're doing good.
Okay, so outbound from Gypsy. You don't have to worry about that. I keep close to home, you know. Outbound from Gypsy again. I did sleep better today. Thank you. Today I will go work out in the gym recreation building and try and get some exercise for the day. I was going every day and then I slacked off. It's time to get in the swing again. Inbound. And these are 2023, by the way, y'all. She was married to Ryan at this time. This is August 2023.
Yeah.
Inbound.
It's not Ryan. I think I saw somebody asking if it was Ryan, and it's
No.
not.
No,
It's not
this is not Ryan. This is while she was married to Ryan, August 2023, a few months before she got released. This is not Ryan. Okay, inbound. Good morning, goddess. Hi, goddess Gypsy. Good morning. I hope you had a better night's sleep last night. Can't wait until tomorrow when I get to send you money. I'm so excited. I definitely won't be able to sleep tonight. Inbound again to Gypsy. Good morning, goddess. I sent you $50 this morning. I couldn't sleep last night. Was too excited. The thought of sending my goddess her weekly gift. Fridays take so long to come. I can't believe I have to wait another 7 days before I get to please my goddess again. Your obedient servant. Outbound. This is Gypsy writing. Thank you. Today I'm meeting up with 2 of my best gal pals to hang out. Good evening. Can't wait for tonight. I'm excited to see Big Ed. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, goddess. Good morning, my beautiful goddess. How are you? Sorry I missed writing you yesterday. I was running around. My friend had knee surgery and I've been driving him to doctor's appointments and shopping. So how was your weekend? Any good movies? Did you meet up with your friends? Love, your obedient servant. Outbound from Gypsy. Yes, I had met up with my friend. Names are blanked out. She has a similar case to mine. However, she was sentenced as a juvenile 17. She is 34 now. I keep a really small group of friends. Normally, I keep to myself. I am about to watch the new movie Dungeons and Dragons on my tablet. Thank you for the dollars you sent me. I'll let you know what I think of it. Outbound Gypsy writing again. How are you doing? I had to delete and remake the Facebook page, so you have to like it again. It is under the Gypsy Rose Blanchard page with a pic of me. Nothing has been added to it. I just had to make some technical changes, like the name of the page is all. Can you send me maybe $30 today for movies on my tablet, please? My goddess. This is inbound to Gypsy. Hi, my goddess. I sent $30. I hope you're okay. Thank you for letting me send you money and referring to me as your loyal servant again. That makes me so happy, goddess. I will send money whenever you ask. I want to be the best servant you own, my goddess. Outbound from Gypsy. Thank you. At least I'll have movies to watch while on quarantine. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, goddess. Just saw a commercial. American Horror Story starts on September 20th. Glad you can watch some movies, goddess. I had COVID 2 times. Bad cough. Hope you feel better. Your servant. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, goddess. Gypsy, I know it's Sunday and you won't get my message till Monday, but I couldn't wait. Did you like the movie 65? I watched it again so I could be doing the same thing as you this weekend. Hope you got the money you sent. Your obedient servant. Outbound. This is from Gypsy to this person. I have a question. How would you feel about sending me $50 once a week on any day of your choice? That way I don't have to ask because I hate asking. I'm kind of a prideful person who hates admitting I need to be taken care of. Hope to hear from you soon. Smiley face. Inbound to Gypsy. Yes, I saw 65 and it's really good, goddess. Hi, goddess Gypsy. I sent $50 and I hope this pleases my goddess. I've seen shows about you on TV for a while, but I saw one recently where they interviewed you. You are such a beautiful goddess, all grown, a beautiful woman, so I wrote you a letter and prayed you responded. A lot of praying. I hope that's okay, goddess Gypsy. Love your obedient servant. Had a great weekend. I just want to stop here to say that these messages are out of order. They seem to have grouped messages between the same people, but they mess up the date order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And did you say that this is a older woman? Yeah.
I haven't seen yet that it's an older woman. It is an older person who is a grandparent and married. They are 59 at this time in
Wow, I did
2023.
not realize that it was a woman.
Well, the person says they're married they say my husband, so I may have
I
just.
mean, that doesn't mean anything.
That
doesn't
So
mean
I haven't seen where the person refers to their husband yet, so I
Mhm.
might have missed that. But yeah, it sounds like this might be an older lady, y'all. It's that either way, it's an older person. We're about to get where they give their name, their age, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And hey, I'm not kink shaming, but it's really odd to have this kind of a dynamic with a prisoner who's in prison for unaliving her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's really weird. It's like we said, we don't kink shame, but there is a type of kink that's considered very exploitative. It's called FinDom, financial domination, where you take advantage of people who want to give you money. Oh Lord, we lost them again. Okay, I'll keep reading until we get them back. Oh, there they are. Oh no, we just saw Alaura take a sip, and that's all. Okay, so Outbound from Gypsy. I'm going to watch the new movie 65. Have you seen it? Yes, please send $50 for the weekend. Thank you. And then this is Outbound from Gypsy again on the same day. May I ask what it is about me that interests you so much? How did you hear about me? Thank you. I'll talk to you Monday. Inbound to Gypsy. Thank you, Goddess. I like all kinds of music, but not really country. I love 60s and 70s rock and 80s dance music. What are you going to watch this weekend? Do you need your obedient servant to send you money for the weekend? If so, is $50 good, or do you need me to send more? I will do whatever you want. I know I am so lucky to serve a goddess. Love, your obedient servant. Inbound to Gypsy. Thank you, Goddess Gypsy. Thank you, Goddess Gypsy. I'm so happy that you're allowing me to write as often as I want. Enjoy your nap and have a great weekend. Outbound from Gypsy. I got your photo. You have a nice smile. What kind of music do you like? I have many songs on my tablet, everything from 60 to today's pop. I like country as well. I'm breaking in again. As y'all can tell, these messages are way out of order. Sometimes we get the answer before the question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Outbound from Gypsy. It's totally fine how much you write. The emails are only delivered Monday through Friday and not on a Saturday and Sunday. It has rained a week here. Today is good for napping. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, Goddess. Gypsy, I uploaded a photo. I'm not sure if it'll go through. I keep having to resize it to make it smaller. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. Sorry I write you so often. I just think about you all the time. If you want me to write less, just let me know. I've never gotten to talk with a true goddess before. It's overwhelming and exciting. Your obedient servant. Outbound from Gypsy. Ah, thank you. I am flattered and pleased. Oh my God, I know, right? Big Ed was one I did enjoy watching, though. My father worked on the same boat as Jovi. They work for the same company. Are you going to watch new 90 Day Last Resort? It's starting on the 14th on TLC. Outbound from Gypsy. Great, we can watch it together. Thank you. Inbound to Gypsy. You're welcome. Yes, I'm going to watch it. We will have something to talk about. LOL. Anytime you tell me to, I will send you money, my goddess. I will do whatever you tell me to. Love, your obedient servant. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. I used to watch Ghost Hunters. I didn't realize it is on again. I'll have to check it out. I also was watching 90 Day Fiancé when Big Ed was on it. I never understood why the girls liked him so much. LOL. I sent $50. I hope this pleases you, Goddess Gypsy. I want to be a good, loyal servant for you and send you money anytime you tell me to. You are so beautiful, Goddess Gypsy. Love, your loyal servant. Outbound from Gypsy. Yes, I can watch TV anytime. I love supernatural stuff too. I like Ghost Hunters on the Travel Channel, 90 Day Fiancé on TLC, and Married at First Sight on Lifetime. Basically, all you can do for me is send me dollars because that's all I'm allowed. I like to be financially secure to buy the things I need and want. It makes my time in here more comfortable and feel more loved. We have commissary pickup every Monday, and we're allowed to purchase so many things like ice cream, clothes, shoes. Also, I have a tablet and can buy movies and games. New release movies are $11.29 and older ones are around $9. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. Sorry I took so long to respond. It won't happen again. Sorry. Yes, I watch sports. I watch football. I'm a big New York Jets fan. As far as TV, I like supernatural stuff and sci-fi. Also, Halloween is coming. I love scary movies. Do you get to watch TV whenever you want? What do you like? Let me know if you need anything. I sent you some stamps last week. If you need more, let me know. Anything you want, sexy goddess, your obedient servant. And this is Outbound from Gypsy. And let me know, guys, if you want to take a turn reading.
No, you're good.
Oh,
I just started and I took off.
I would love to relieve you of that burden, but I'm not sure when we're going to get cut off.
Gotcha. Well, I will continue on, and if you need me to stop so we can say something, say pause, because I've got the screen open, the document open all the way, so I can see it good.
Yeah, no, I think if we get through this one section and then talk about it.
Yeah, that'll be a
Good
one.
idea.
Sorry
Yeah.
for putting this all on you. We're not
Yeah,
trying to
right.
make you run our screen here.
You're totally fine.
You're a great sport here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is outbound from Gypsy. Do you watch any TV? Do you like sports? Thank you so much. I had a great day with my friends. They made me little cards with hand-drawn characters and a cake made out of cookies. Inbound to Gypsy. Happy birthday, Goddess. Have a great day. Hi, Goddess. Wow, I can't believe I get to talk to you. I'm so lucky. I love cats. Always have cats. I have an orange cat now, but he attacks me for some reason. I have grown children, a 24-year-old daughter and a 29-year-old son. Also have a 6-year-old grandson. He's so cute. You are so beautiful. If you ever travel to New Jersey, let me know, Goddess. Love. Also going to try and send you some stamps. Outbound to Gypsy. Outbound from Gypsy, I meant to say. This is Gypsy writing. Thank you so much. Do you have any pets or children? I love animals, especially cats. I always had cats growing up, but I like dogs too. Living a boring life actually sounds really nice. I have never been to New Jersey. I might travel around someday, though. I want to see all America in all of its beauty. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. I sent $50 for your birthday. Happy birthday. I live in New Jersey. I'm actually retired. I used to work for the New York subway system, but I retired a few years ago. I am Italian. I'm 59 years old. I'm into old cars. I have 2 Mustangs. I like going to amusement parks. There's lots of them in New Jersey. I just like the atmosphere at amusement parks. Don't really go on the rides anymore. Love going out to dinner. Besides that, I'm pretty boring. Have a great birthday, Goddess Gypsy. Love you, your loyal admirer. Outbound from Gypsy. So tell me about yourself. What are your interests? What do you do for work? Ah, that is very kind of you. You decide what you want to send me. The only thing people can send me is dollars because where I am, other gifts are not allowed. Frowny face. I appreciate it. My birthday is, I blanked out. I turned 32. Smiley face. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, wow, I was so shocked and excited that you responded. Thank you, my goddess. This is a dream come true. I want to be one of your loyal admirers more than anything. Happy birthday, my goddess. Let me know what I should send for your birthday dollars. What day is your birthday? And now here, I believe, is the very first email from this person to Gypsy and Gypsy's response.
Okay.
Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Goddess Gypsy. I just wanted to say hello. I see you every once in a while on TV and followed your story for a long time. You look so beautiful. You really turned out to be a beautiful woman. I'm going to try and send you some money. I hope that's okay, but not sure how this site works. It's complicated. We'll try and figure it out, Goddess Gypsy. Please add me to your fan club, Goddess. My name is blank. I live in New Jersey. Outbound from Gypsy. This is 6 hours after they sent the email to her. Thank you. You're right. I am a goddess. Do you like being talked to like a loyal admirer? Next week is my birthday. Maybe you can shower me with some more devotion? LOL. For real, though. Thank you.
Okay. And that's where it ends, right?
Yep. Well, no,
Okay.
there is more of the goddess stuff where they actually eventually stop talking when this Gypsy no, it's not Brian Fancy Pants. I don't think so. I don't think Brian was old, but they talk about Brian at a different time. Yeah, this is an old person who lived in New Jersey, a grandparent. Amber saw something. She's pretty sure it's a female. I haven't seen that yet, but we know it's a grandparent who appears to be maybe have a mental. I don't know what to say there, but yeah. So, and what another thing that's really strange, y'all, is there are a lot of people at the same time emailing Gypsy normal emails, and she responds with a copy paste deal about signing her petition, following her social medias, blah, blah, blah. When I'm sorry, but this weirdo wrote to her and clearly was, saying, hey, goddess, I'm devoted to you. I want to be your loyal servant and give you money. She's like, yes, I am a goddess. Do you want to be talked to like a loyal servant?
Yeah.
And immediately interacted.
Yeah, we've got pages and pages of those canned responses that she gives people. And it's all the normal people who just say, hey, Gypsy, I care about you. I hope you're doing well. I'm praying for you. Yeah.
To be the devil's advocate for just 2 seconds here. They reached out to her what do we realistically expect her to do? I mean, if you're in prison, whether you're a good person or a bad person, and someone's offering you a little bit of, $50 a week or something like that, I feel like most people would play along.
Yeah, but see, this
I'm
is
not saying it's great.
this is
but-
after she's taken all of her classes, done all
Mhm.
of her growth,
Didn't she
and
This
just
is
do, like,
literally
class?
months before she got out, and she's married to Ryan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
yeah.
this person also
Yeah.
quit talking to her when they realized she was married. They quit
Mhm.
talking
Oh,
and quit
really?
sending her money.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Mhm.
wild.
Yeah.
Whew.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, y'all, so there is a thing, they call it a kink. I don't kink shame, but I don't like this one. It's called FinDom, we lost him, financial domination. Yeah. It's really strange. Let me see if I can get to the next part of the goddess stuff.
Also,
Okay.
question: do we know if Ryan knows about this sort of thing, or if it was all done behind his back?
Have no
I
idea.
haven't gotten to. Oh, Ryan does know. Ryan does know.
Oh, he does.
Is he okay? with
Well, if Gypsy was telling the truth,
it? Mhm.
she emailed this person and said, "My husband is curious about why you want to send me money. He doesn't trust
Yeah.
your intentions." And they
I forgot about
messaged
that.
back and said, "I didn't know you were married." And that was the end of it. Like
Mhm.
they'd said more in the email, but like they didn't message her or send her any money again.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
Wow.
forgot about that.
Okay, noted.
Yeah,
So,
so Gypsy let it ride a long time before she told Ryan.
yeah,
And then
so
it
it
was
just
the person that ended it.
yeah, and I think it shows I'm glad that it started out with those messages
Mhm.
because for like a day and a half, I was like really feeling bad for Gypsy.
Yeah, there are parts where we're reading when she was going through the crap with Fancy,
Mhm.
and it will almost make you feel a little bit sorry for her because there was a time when she wanted to step away from the media because she was so sick of Fancy's crap. But then you literally go to like another page and she's just talking shady stuff and you don't feel sorry for her at all anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I do have to say, I would not wish Fancy on my worst enemy.
No.
Well, and even in the emails it says so she goes back and forth talking crap about Natasha Cooper and Fancy and she basically she does say she said the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
She also
There's
says
some
that
weird stuff.
Fancy has charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. So if you can read between the lines, there.
Yeah.
She says that multiple times, it seems.
Yeah, she
And I
does.
don't think she's wrong.
Do you want me to finish the rest of the goddess?
Yes,
email?
please.
Sure.
Okay, so I
Sorry
think
to
I think the last of it is, yeah, we got like a page here before they find out she's married and it stops. Okay. Hey goddess, I watched season 9, 1984. Really liked it, although that was considered one of the worst seasons. 1984 was my time. LOL, that's why I liked it. I'll check Facebook for your site and like it, goddess. I guess season 12 starts in October. I saw the Flash over the weekend and was really good. Great special effects. Outbound from Gypsy. Yes, the American Horror Story is in its 12th season. LOL, the 11th season was so bad. I hated it, but this season looks good. I had a call with blank and a wonderful publisher. It went great. Very nice people. The publisher will have an offer next week for my book. We have created a like page for followers on Facebook. Type Gypsy Rose Blanchard into pages and like me.
Wow.
Inbound. Hi, goddess. Your servant sent your weekly $50. Thank you. I watched season 1 of American Horror Story, but not lately. Is there something good? Didn't know it was still on. LOL. Wow, you're there 8 years. That's a long time, but I guess like everything, it went fast. Next thing you know, you'll be out 10. Time flies. Outbound from Gypsy. Hi, how are you? Haven't heard much from you, so I wanted to say hi. Do you watch American Horror Story on FX? Outbound from Gypsy again. It will make 8.5 years. I was 24 when I got locked up, and I'm leaving at 32. I've never even driven a car. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, goddess. Wow, 4 months should go by so fast. What are your plans, and how long have you been there? Outbound from Gypsy. 90 days was good last night. I still have 4 months in here until I get released. I'm looking forward to living a real life. Outbound from Gypsy. You don't get to walk away from your goddess. I want my weekly 50. I am still your goddess, and it would please me very much. Outbound
Mhm.
from Gypsy. Where is my loyal servant? Outbound from Gypsy. Haven't heard from you in a few days, wondering how you've been. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, goddess. Sorry, I was busy. Had my grandson a couple of days. Your loyal servant sent your weekly 50 that I owe you. Gonna watch The Flash Saturday night. It's free on HBO. Thank you, goddess, for referring to me as your loyal servant. That's the first time you acknowledged me as your servant. Thank you,
That's
goddess. You
sad.
just made me so excited.
That's so sad.
Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, goddess. How was your weekend? I have finally watched 90 Day Fiancé. It was really good. Not much with Big Ed. He was calm. LOL. Gonna watch it tonight. Outbound from Gypsy. I think I have 5 days of quarantine left. My roommates are driving me crazy. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, my goddess. 5 days will fly. I had just sent the weekly 50 I owe you, goddess. Thank you for being my goddess. I love being owned by you so much. Let me know if you're going to order me to send you money 2 times a week like I did this week, or if that was a one-time thing. I will do whatever you tell me, your goddess. Love, your obedient servant. Outbound from Gypsy. I have a question. I can't help but find it curious as to why you offer dollars so freely. What is it you expect from me in return? Everyone always has an intention. May I ask yours? I am married, if that makes a difference. I have talked with my husband and told him of your kindness, and he questions your motives. So that is why I ask. Inbound to Gypsy. Hi, I was just trying to be nice to you, but I see you and your husband as a little suspicious. I will not correspond with you anymore. Outbound from Gypsy. I wasn't trying to be rude in asking. My husband just doesn't want me to be misled anyone, doesn't want me to mislead anyone into the wrong impression. Thank you for your kindness. Sorry, gotta get to the next page for the next message.
Oh, you're good. What page you're on? Page 4 now?
I don't know. I can't see the page numbers anymore.
No, you're
I
good.
know I'm on page 3.
Okay.
Page 3.
Okay, inbound. Page 3, September 12th, 2023. Hi, I didn't realize you were still married. I knew you got married, but I read that you got an annulment in November, so I guess you can't believe everything you read. LOL. Wouldn't have contacted you if I knew you were married. Please apologize to your husband for me. I'm not the type of person who contacts married women. That's disrespectful to you and your husband. I'm sorry, Gypsy. I will not write anymore. I'm sorry. Thanks. Outbound from Gypsy. Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Wow.
But
She still get the $50 every week though?
No, that was it.
Yeah.
I agree with Serenity J in the chat. Gypsy didn't care about his motives at all. Ryan did, or her motives. We don't know. This grandparent person.
Yeah.
Somebody said it was Dreamer. I'm not sure Dreamer could write that well, though.
No.
You're giving her a little
You've seen Dreamer try and tell.
But yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely wild, especially considering her crimes. I mean, I've had people send me money and call me goddess before, but I didn't murder my mom.
Yeah. You probably weren't in prison either and could do something in return.
You clearly have to have something kind of going on in your life to want to reach out to a prisoner in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's, a couple people that you might feel sorry for or inspired by. And so I don't completely fault everybody who wrote her, but
Right.
to write her like that is quite something.
Mm-hmm.
It says a lot about you.
Yeah. I can
That's
only
why
imagine.
I couldn't help but wonder, especially with the style of the writing, if there was a mental illness going on there.
I'm sure
Really
there were.
unfortunate.
I'm sure there is probably. Yeah. Some of these messages are hard.
Asked if we could start at the bottom and read up. The problem with that is sometimes they start actually going in real order, and then other times they're backwards, and it's really hard to get them straight. And they are wide that you can't see the message and the date in the same frame. You got to scroll. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. It's really hard to get through. And like I said, there's a lot of canned messages, but there's a lot of messages that are really long. And so you have to read them if you really want to know what's going on in the situation.
Yeah.
So, okay, where do you want to go to next?
What do you think?
So
There's some juicy stuff you guys are telling me about that I was feeling bad. I was feeling a little bad about, but I'll give some context if we get into it as to why I don't feel as bad.
Yeah. So
I was feeling bad about that too, but I don't after reading more.
Well, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
We are.
But what I was thinking, without revealing too much what's going on, I didn't feel as bad about it when I remembered some things that Christy said in the live stream talking to you and me about fancy. So if she felt, which I don't like fancy, but if she felt it appropriate to say all that about fancy, then I mean, I don't really feel bad about saying what we found.
So we should probably stop teasing our viewers. Rod's a serial cheater, y'all.
yes, Rod.
Yeah.
Rod's a bad dude. Seems.
He doesn't like to keep it in his pants, at least.
Not only that, but he
likes to
seems.
talk and flirt.
Yeah, and he also seems very disinterested in Gypsy. From everything I've seen so far.
Yeah, if you couldn't catch that from the 24 years that he was in her life until she started becoming famous, which I know she was kind of like a local celebrity and stuff, but he clearly didn't want. I really do think that he, thought that Gypsy had problems, and Gypsy did have some problems clearly. And I think he just didn't have the care to deal with all that.
No.
Yeah, I felt weird about reading the emails where Rod talks to Gypsy about his other women until
Rod talks to Gypsy about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh! I thought it was, for some reason I thought Christy was like ranting and bitching about it.
No.
Oh,
he did that
that's
too.
fuck.
Yeah, she did
That's
too. But Rod just told Gypsy about it, and Gypsy told him that she didn't care. She just wanted him to be happy.
And then she also communicated with one of those women as well, didn't she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the woman was emailing Gypsy in prison and sending cookies to Rod and Christy's house for Gypsy, for Rod to try and somehow get to Gypsy in prison, and Christy grabbed him and threw him away. Like,
It's the
oh my
cookie
God,
lady.
no.
I wonder if they were good cookies.
So then Gypsy emails Rod and says in the same email that, hey, I just want to let you know, Christy has your Facebook password and she's monitoring to see if you're still talking to those women. And I feel it's important to let you know, because I don't care if you have a thing on the side, but snooping like Christy's doing causes divorces.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. I mean, yeah, I think they're both a little for the.
Oh my Lord. It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to just go into that, or do you want to go into Ken and Gypsy's relationship, or do you want to talk about fancy? What do you want to do?
This is your show, ma'am.
So
Okay, how about in chat? We have a couple different options. We have cheating Rod.
one.
For one's in chat for cheating Rod, two's in chat for fancy slander
And Christy slander.
Well,
because it kind of goes hand in
intertwined?
hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy and Christy slander, and three's in the chat for what was the other one? What were we just saying? Anyone remind
Gypsy
us?
and Ken.
Oh,
Gypsy
Gypsy
and
and
Ken.
Ken.
So 1 in chat, cheater. 2 in chat, fancy slander. 3 in chat, Ken.
Everybody wants to know about Rod.
I'm seeing
We
a
got
lot
one
of
three.
friends. I see a
There's
couple
some
2s and
threes.
3s. 1, 2, and 3. We'll get to all of it at some point.
Yes, we
But
will.
where we're starting now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a 1. I think people want to know the dirt on Rod. So the chat has spoken. The poll is closed. Thank you, everyone, for participating in it. We will get to everything, but I'm seeing a lot more 1s than anything. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to get to.
Okay.
Again, I'm sorry, but like I said, I don't even want to repeat what Christy was saying about fancy. It's stuff that we never repeated, and we don't like fancy.
Mhm.
I won't repeat it. But if you watched it, I think it might still be on Uncorked with Brandy's channel. Me and
It
Millennial
is.
talked to Christy for a bit, and
I think
Yeah.
I put it in a video, but I think I put it in a video, but I have all my fancy videos privated right now.
yeah,
Don't blame me.
Down.
but yeah. Point being, we thought about it, and then we thought about it some more, and we're saying fuck it.
Mhm.
So anyway.
Yeah, so I believe that they start talking about Rod's cheating on page 82. That's the
82.
first time I see
You
it.
noticed it.
Okay, let me go back to that. You guys want to read those?
Sure.
Yeah, we're not having any issues now, but if you're keeping up with us, read along so that you
Oh, I
might be able
am.
to
Yep.
pick up. Thank you. Okay.
Okay,
since I'm closer, I can do it. Just show me where to start.
I've got to find it real quick because unfortunately I didn't write enough about that.
82.
I think it might be.
Yeah, okay. 82 in the middle, 10/28/2021 is one of the first mentions.
Yep.
Okay.
But
I
it's
sent 2 emails.
Okay. Outbound. And remember, just again, outbound is what Gypsy's sending. I sent 2 emails to both Dad and blank. I'm assuming maybe Christy. The one of my father was just saying that I love him, but I'm at a loss of what else to say. And then I sent one to blank telling her that I'm here for support and that I'm still her daughter too, blood or not. I'm trying to refrain from lashing out at my father for his infidelity. And I do not want my book to be a means for blank to get back at him. I fear that if this were to go in the book or the documentary, he will distance himself from me. It isn't my wish to embarrass him on blank to the world.
Sorry.
Oh, is it?
No, I'm just saying sorry.
Oh, okay. When he was caught cheating with the cookie lady the first time, I asked my father if I could put the affair with the cookie lady in the book, and he and blank really didn't want that, so I discarded the idea. Well, I don't know what you expected to come out when obviously people are going to look into this shit. Anyway. I feel a lot of guilt for this happening because women have seen him on TV in the documentaries or interviews, and women my age find my father very attractive. So they follow him or they find him on social media and start flirting, and he starts flirting back. The fame of my case caused his exposure to these women, and that's why I feel responsible. I actually do feel kind of bad for that because however I feel about Gypsy, him being a dirty dog has been clear since before she was born. Not your fault, Gypsy. One of the few things that's not your fault. Okay. The worry of who I will live with if they live in different places plagues my mind. Blank was the first person I called to gain support after you and I talked. Of course, he made the offer for me to live with him in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Oh, so is that Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. An offer I didn't refuse, but instead deflected the topic for right now. I don't know what the situation will look like when my release date finally arrives. If the separation is happening, my father could possibly move to Canada to live a life with the cookie lady, like he had mentioned a few years ago. Blank and I may not even still be dating when that day arrives. Who knows what life will look like when I'm let out of prison? But I know one thing is for sure. No matter what, these people who stand beside me today will be there regardless of who is together or not. There'll be a presence in my life to see that I adjust back into society and freedom because of the love we will have built together. Sorry, I'm tripping on my words. Things just might not be that come from my father and blank under the same roof dream that I think we all imagined when thinking of a reunion when I am free. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see from here. So that's the first big message on that. The cookie lady. I don't know who that is, and I would never want to know who that is because that's not my business, and she doesn't have anything to do with this.
She's a Vietnamese lady from Canada who has a cookie baking business that Rod was talking to, flirting with while he was away because he gets bored and just can't stop himself from flirting with women because he just gets so bored. He emails that to Gypsy a lot.
Read that email for us if you can
Let
find
me find the page again real quick, just a sec.
Yeah, we'll put a pause on where we're at. And then... Ooh, I think I need to. But
let me find it. Let's see. Sorry guys, it's taking me a minute to find it.
No, you're good. So I saw somebody ask if the documents were anywhere so they could follow along. I am not presenting them because it looks like when I try to do stuff like that, it kicks us off. But, and I'm not releasing them yet because...
We're going to go through a few of them before we release them.
Yeah. So...
There's a lot of stuff, and they're entrusted to us by somebody else. They're not something that my mother paid for. There were some specific parameters that she wanted to be respected before we let them out to the public. So we're just going to respect that and whatever. And then eventually, I think she said that she would be fine with some of the stuff being out. Okay.
No, all of it will come out.
All of it will come out, but she wanted us to go over it for whatever reason. We appreciate her trusting us. But yeah. So it's just us and Millennial right now. And eventually they will be out. I know that you're just having to take our word right now because you can't see it on the screen. But in due time. In due time. So take it with a grain of salt, I guess, if you're going to be skeptical, but
it'll be out there.
Deal. Yeah. It's the real deal. So it's a lot of pages, though. It's 1,090 pages.
Yeah, we went through less than 200.
Yes, less than 200. And Mandy said that she did contact, I believe, DOC and the Attorney General again and let them know that she did not get all of the messages. So we'll be getting more.
And this week I'll go through some of them too. I was just busy this week, so I'm not that busy this week.
Okay, did you find that one?
I am still trying to find that exact one. I'm at this spot, but I'm scrolling.
Okay, so let's see. So I started taking pages on page 78.
Taking notes?
Yeah, actual notes. I started taking notes on page 78, and most of what is in here that we have seen so far doesn't deal with Ryan. It's all Gypsy and Ken's relationship. So you guys are going to be in for it. There's a lot to learn.
It's very interesting.
There's a lot to learn. And
also, what's up?
I was just going to say, at first, I believed that Ken and Gypsy did not want fame and interviews and stuff like that, because that's what she kept saying to Ken. But then she would go off and do an interview behind his back.
Because I remember that back in the day, I saw how there was a stark contrast between him claiming to leave her over all of the media hoopla and then getting back with her and just kind of relishing in the attention. So it's kind of like a little flip-floppy. It's very interesting.
I got the feeling I have a slight different opinion than Amber, but not very much, because I got the feeling that Gypsy wanted the media, but was willing to give it up just for Ken.
Probably.
I can see that. I didn't read enough of it to have an opinion myself, but yeah, I could definitely see that.
And she was very upset with Christy and Fancy and Natasha Cooper and all of them for getting into their business.
Which is so odd. There's no reason why they should have ever tried to mess with Ken and her relationship, whether you like either one of them or not. That's just stupid. You shouldn't be messing with Fancy. You shouldn't be messing with prisoners. Nick Infiltration Group. Just leave them be. They're behind there. Leave them be.
Okay.
And did you find it? No, did you find it? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is 3/15/2019. Dad, I need to tell you something, but you gotta swear you won't react or tell Mom. You know, much less tell her I'm the one who told you, because I'm the only one who knows about it. So I know about the argument on Valentine's night and about the chicks on Facebook. Well, Mom told me that she has your Facebook password and she regularly checks it for women trying to message you. She's trying to see if you continue to message women and it not be innocent. And to be honest, I don't care if you do or don't have some side action. None of my business. However, snooping on spouses' Facebooks has been one of the cause of many divorces for folks. That's why I'm giving you a heads up. She's had it ever since you left last time. Anyways, I love you. Be safe, and I can't wait for our visit. Oh, BTW, I think the cookie lady added me on JPay. Her name is blank. Lately, a lot of people have been popping up as new contacts. Gyp. Inbound to Gypsy. Yes, that's the cookie lady. She's pretty awesome. We had quit talking for a few months, and now we just check in every now and then. Thanks for the password, heads up on Mom. She always been a snooper, and I get pretty upset about it, and she still does it. I haven't messaged anyone and actually deleted Messenger. I talked to Blank on WhatsApp lately. She said she sent you an email. Okay, well, can't wait to come see you. I miss you so much. Love, Dad. Inbound to Gypsy. Yeah, I know, Boo. All those things are true. I've been evaluating my marriage. LOL. I always been a flirt and really do it at work out of boredom. Never really intending too much about it when home. Only Blank has been so interesting and supportive, basically has her shit together, that I really considered my happiness and how much more the world has to offer. It's not easy keeping vows you make to someone you really did love with all your heart at one time. I decided I would not be selfish and stick it out, though. I have so much to be grateful for already. Why throw that away so far along now? My priorities are you and blank me, I assume, until you are free to and graduate. Mom's got 2 negatives, an injury and a tendency of laziness, which I knew about the laziness when we got married, lol. She's nosy and is the first to cry poor me or look at me, but on the flip side, she is an extremely good person with good intentions and doesn't give me too much worry about while I'm at work. It's hard work out here if you have a woman you can't trust. You know that feeling, I'm sure. Anyways, that's the most recent evaluation, and I really know I could have been better. A working, successful, beautiful woman that I can trust. But that's not what I bought into. I've given up on too many people in my life, and I'm not giving up on Mom. The hardest part is staying positive enough for it to affect her and help her become a better and more active person. I used to put her down a lot, and that never helps, so it's kind of my fault too, I guess. Her weight at the moment is the biggest issue. I'm just not attracted to her, which sucks because I really miss that part. Anyways, gotta go. Thanks for listening. I love you.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I was reading the comments for 2 seconds. That was Rod that was sending all
That was Rod.
Okay, Christy, I don't like you, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's fucked up. Nobody
Yeah,
deserves
and
that. No, but
I know everybody hates Christy, and I don't like her either, but I think she's pretty. I don't understand what he's acting a fool about. Good Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous. You don't deserve that, Christy.
Mhm.
You can get you a man that actually loves you, cares about you, and respects you. You just have to love, care, and respect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes out to all women. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But yeah, him and Gypsy openly talk about his side romances, and Gypsy has no problem with it. She's talking to this cookie lady, and the cookie lady sends cookies to Rod's house. Christy finds them, throws them in the trash. Like, yeah, it's wow.
I would be ticked.
Like, I know I've like made jokes and be like, oh yeah, Rod's attractive. Like, I mean, like he's attractive, I guess, but like him and Christy are kind of on the same level. I don't know why he's sitting here acting like he's like some big bad guy. Like they're about the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, talking about her weight. She's not that big.
Mm-hmm.
And even big people, you have beautiful bodies too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly. Like I have no problem with big people. They're beautiful, but he's acting like she's massively huge and he's just not attracted to her at all. And I don't see any reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel gross.
Someone in the comments said Christy could have a side piece too. We haven't seen any evidence of that, but Gypsy did say that one time that while they were split up, she started seeing one of her ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything about Christy actually cheating yet.
I remember seeing something about an ex-boyfriend, but nothing significant or anything like that.
Not it clearly written out like that.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
And there's a lot more emails like that of Rod talking about sometimes he'll be like, oh, I'm trying to be a good boy, but I just get so bored.
Mm-hmm.
That's his excuse. He gets bored.
Well,
that's a piece of crap.
I would not want to be Eskimo sisters with Dee Dee. That's for damn sure. So that's not to stop me. Anyway.
Okay. Did you find any other ones you want to read about Rod?
I see some stuff on
I get so annoyed by that one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything about that.
Here's one outbound from Gypsy. Says, hey Dad, I just got a sweet message from Cookie Lady. She was worried that I was upset y'all had a little romance going, and I told her I'm not upset at all, and that I had told you if y'all had a really good thing and felt something that I would be happy for y'all. And I told her I was sorry the cookies were thrown away, but it was a very sweet thought.
Oh my gosh. That is so disrespectful to Christy. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm not a fan, but God.
No.
Unrelated to that, you can't even send like Bibles to your cousin in prison.
No. She sent cookies to Rod's house.
Oh,
the cookie lady.
I thought you had said a second ago that she sent him to Rod to try to send him to Gypsy. I thought you just said that.
No.
Yeah, she wanted Rod to bring him to Gypsy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear
So
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even send Bibles or anything because, like, there could be drugs in those cookies. You know what I mean? There could
Well,
be blades, anything.
they can't. They have food visits. So I think when they're on the honor wing, they have 10 food visits a year.
Do they test the food or do they just test books and stupid shit
So
like that?
now everything I think is put through like this little machine, you know, like the ones that
Mhm.
we were talking about that are at the
Mhm.
airport
Yeah.
with Ken
Yeah,
that
yeah.
day. Yeah. So they have like a new thing that
Hmm.
senses drugs and things like that.
Yeah.
But at that time, you know, I don't know.
Probably not. Wow, that's okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, because when I go visit Shelly, I have to get in this box and, you know, spread eagle and they've got to scan me and
you ever
all
get a
that
cavity
stuff.
search?
No, I haven't gotten a cavity search yet, but they
She
let
said
me in.
yet.
But they let me in with a bobby pin the other day, which was wild
Mm.
because
A bobby
the
pin.
old trope with the giving a prisoner a bobby pin so they can.
Yeah. Pick the lock.
It was just so funny. So
Someone said in
okay,
the comments, I lost their name already, but said, "Oh, so this is why Ryan knew Rod and Christy would approve of Gypsy cheating and facilitate it,
yep,
Yeah.
yeah, and
or
yeah,
maybe at least Rod."
hmm
And I have to point out, she's like, the thing that causes divorces is people going through people's phones. Like,
Right. Right after
Like,
she
I
said
mean-
she had no problem with her dad having the side.
if you have to go through somebody's phone, that already shows a level of distrust. I'll give it to you. But it's like, why is she going through his phone? Because he's kind of proven himself to be a certain type of way anyway, right?
Mhm.
Right. So
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I hate a motherfucker that'll just blame the women all the time. Okay. Like, yes, she's a little nutso, but you know, it's not her damn fault. I get it. Most people would do that shit if they knew that their husband was dirty like that.
Mhm.
Oopsie. So anyway, I just had to
Well,
call
that's
that
a
out.
good point. Carolina girl said Rod did say marriage is just a piece of paper.
Mm.
I
Mhm.
mean,
He did
He
say
did do
that. Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
it seems that that's how he sees it,
Mhm.
and I feel bad that. And then they go on, and I remember there was some time where I don't know if it was on documentary or whatever, and they're like, "Well, that was his one true love. Christy was his one true love. It was always Christy. It was always Christy and 7 other bitches." I mean, he's a boat guy. He goes out to what is it, Alaska or Canada or something like that on the boat. It's like up north, right?
I have no idea where he goes. I have no
Chat.
idea.
Does anyone remember where he goes? I mean,
He
it's
talks
far
about
away.
going to South America,
South
Trinidad,
America.
and places.
Oh, really?
Totally on the wrong end of the spectrum.
See, I didn't pay
But,
enough
I mean,
attention.
that was in emails in like 2019. It could have changed.
If anyone recalls where he would spend the most of his time or the majority of his time, let me know. But I also heard the cookie lady was from Canada. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's crazy. So
Is there any?
Yeah, people are.
Go
Any
ahead.
what?
I was just going to say if you saw any other things.
I saw Mad
Oh, I
Ginger
apologize.
moved or mentioned over here. It's not necessarily about Rod, but let's see. Or I really don't even know.
A few people have been asking if it's the cookie lady from Gypsy's shower. No, definitely not. Totally
No,
different.
no. I don't think that Christy would have allowed that.
No.
Okay. So again, these are one of those things where everything's kind of out of order. I'm not really sure what exactly it is that I'm going for, but we gave you a little bit of raw drama, so we're just going to get into whatever else we can find on this page because I saw Mad Ginger Entertainment. And to anyone who doesn't know, Mad Ginger Entertainment is Fancy's defunct company, one of her thousands, not thousands, that's over exaggerating, but one of her many defunct companies. Also, so everyone knows, the Good Wives Network is not actually a network. She's a fraud. Anyway, okay, so so this is going to be outbound from Gypsy. I wanted to let you know a few plans for the weekend of my parole hearing. So on the 9th, the day of my hearing, blank is allowed a 2-hour visit with me. Then on Friday the 10th, and blank, blank and blank, who is a mutual friend of me and blank, will visit together probably for the morning session at 9:30 to 1:30 p.m. Then on Saturday the 11th, they will be visiting me for a double sessions and an all-day visit. I didn't know you could have an all-day visit.
She could because she got special privileges.
Oh, I mean, valid, which is crazy because she murdered her mom and you're freaking whatever. I'm not even getting into that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that
I agree,
message
lamb
wasn't the
chop.
one that I was even looking at. Where's the one that just said Mad Ginger Entertainment? Oh, here we go. Outbound. I was wondering if I needed to send that request to Mad Ginger for my medical records now or wait until we have a drafted letter. And then inbound. Sorry I missed you yesterday. Blank and I ended up getting the final book proposal for you done yesterday, and it's going to the publisher this week.
This is Melissa Moore.
This is
I
Melissa
believe.
Moore.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing that's Melissa Moore, I'm gonna get a little. I'm gonna make this. If someone needs to clip it, I will just make sure it makes sense. Okay. Sorry I missed you yesterday. And I ended up getting the final book proposal for you done yesterday, and it's going to the publisher this week. I have a few edits to do. Yesterday, I was also given notice that I am pre-approved to buy a home on my own. I'm making an offer on a beach house 2 blocks from the ocean. It is 2 houses on the lot, a main house and the guest house. If the buyers accept my offer, I'd love for you to come stay with me whenever you want. In the meantime, we can take 2 weekends off, or we can take 2 weeks off from the interviews while we try to get the book deal for us. I'd love for you to journal and do some writing assignments and only do 1 a day. This will help me understand your internal self. 1, write out a story of you being released from prison and you need help from people to make it on the outside. Who are the helpers and why? What do they provide for you? Then do the opposite. Write out a story of you being released from prison and you don't need any helpers, only you. What you do on your own. How are you surprised at what you're capable of feeling? What do you achieve? What dreams do you achieve on alone? 2, what story is easier to write and why? 3, write out all of your beliefs about love. What does love look like? Feel like? What does love provide? 4, write your beliefs about security and safety. How do you achieve it? What triggers the opposite feeling of being scared? What do you fear the most? What makes you feel safe the most? 5, write out a picture of the woman you want to be. What does she do? How does she operate in the world? How does she make home? Sorry, this is cut off. How does she make home feel something, something, something? So something about dressing and do your hair. I can't really read it. Anyway, Melissa Moore. She is the daughter of
The Happy Face serial killer.
Face Killer.
Yeah.
So I just think it's really funny that her dad's a serial killer. And she's like, I'm getting a beachfront property.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I have this, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting hot.
She emails Gypsy a lot about her vacations and this
Yes.
and that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a whole lot in here about Melissa Moore in the beginning, and then I'm sure at the end too, but we haven't seen that. So
I mean, I'm not saying Melissa Moore hasn't done any good or done anything on her own or anything, but it's like, where did you get that fame from? I don't know. Why do people listen to you? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of.
I just come across another interesting Rod email I noted. If you guys don't mind jumping back to Rod for a minute.
Yeah,
even better.
Okay, so this is crap. I accidentally cut out the date. I think it was 2019 though, but I found this really interesting because Rod's talking about Dee Dee a little bit here. So here, this is Rod inbound to Gypsy. Oh, baby, I don't know how you do it in there for so long. I know it is easy to say, don't think about it and just get through today, one day at a time, but that gets old and it's impossible to not think about how long a year is in confinement. The only good thing is knowing there will be a day when you can walk out of there, breathe your first breath of freedom, letting the sunshine on your face and see where God wants you to truly be. The hopeful anticipation must be blooming deep within you and keeping you sane while you prepare yourself for the rains of life. I know how important it is to stay the course and focus on little goals. Only you know what Gypsy will be when you step out on that freedom bus. Hold to higher hopes and expect to be remarkably conscious of the things everyone else takes for granted. Mom loved you like no other baby. You'll never find anyone else who's loved you more. Why she did those things? I don't know. Maybe she was scared you would love me too, given half a chance. I ran from you guys like a scared little punk bitch, and she couldn't run from the responsibility like I did. That's why I always respected her and did the best I could to help. She started something long ago and never could get out of the crazy hole that she dug, all in the name of love for you, to protect you. I wish she would have just let you grow up and date blank. Maybe you and I would have never been close, but you would have had some freedom. It's sad, but I'm glad you and I could talk about it and have a real relationship now. I'm so happy that you are in my thoughts every single day. And when I think about the future, you're always a part of it. I'm ready for you to come home and give mom some company, because when I call, she don't answer. I will call you and give you all projects to do around the house and watch y'all on my high-tech cameras. We're going to have so many good times just hanging out, cooking, playing music, and Pedro. I can't wait. I will be home June 5th, 4th, July 16th. I hope they'll allow a visit. Gotta go. Love you.
Mm.
Oh, I thought what he had to say about Dee Dee was extremely interesting there.
Yeah, I thought so too. It seemed like he didn't think she was a bad person.
He said she did everything she did out of love and care for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was weird to me because of everything that they've said since she got out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find
Yeah, being
Gypsy even
protected.
talks. Yeah, Gypsy even talks about Dee Dee and Nick in
Mhm.
ways that are not the way she talks about them now.
Yeah,
She's
she
more.
talks about wanting to help Nick at his trial
Mhm,
and how responsible she feels. She talks about the good points of her mom and regret. Like, it's
mhm,
very, very different.
mhm. Yeah, I feel like after Ken left, she went hog wild and did everything she could to create the life that she has now in the spotlight. But I think that
Yeah,
if Ken hadn't left, she probably may not have gone so hard down that route.
it's possible. Yeah, I think she, like I said, she definitely seemed willing to give up the media for Ken, even though she still wanted it at the time, in my opinion. But yeah, as soon as he was gone, she went full bore.
Mhm. Yeah,
Was that Oates in your lap popping up?
yeah, that's Oates. Say
Hi,
hi.
Oates. Aw.
He's gained some weight. He's doing good. We haven't put a collar on him yet because he had lost, most of his weight
Yeah,
or half of his weight. Um, so the vet told us not to put a collar on him just yet. Okay.
good deal.
Okay, so let's see. Now we both kind of looked at Rod. It seems like Rod just kind of cares about the money. Did you get that impression?
Yeah, let me find, I got another email screenshot here. So this is from 2020, and Gypsy had been just literally begging them not to do any more interviews
Mm-hmm.
because Ken had broke up with her over it. She hadn't quite come around to doing them again yet, like she did later. But so listen to this email. This is inbound from Rod to Gypsy. Hey, Boo, wanted to let you know about something going on. Mom said you broke your tablet, so I'm not sure when you'll get this. A producer from Japan was asking for interviews from you and us, similar to HBO in 2020. I told them we were not interested in any more publicity or interviews. They asked then if we wouldn't mind sharing some photos and videos. I told them no, then they offered to pay. I thought about it and threw out a number that I didn't think they'd agree to. 10,000. Surprisingly, they agreed to pay that much. So I made sure it wouldn't involve you and only be aired in Japan. So we'll be sending them some pics and video. I really didn't plan on doing it, but honestly, we can really use the money and I hope it wouldn't affect you in any way whatsoever. I will try to put some of the money aside for you when you get out. Let me know if you have any problem with that before we exchange any pictures and stuff. We haven't signed anything legal yet. It has all been verbal. Okay, I love and miss you. Stay healthy, Dad. Now, this is outbound from Gypsy, same day. That's fine, Dad. All I would like is for about 800 put on my books as soon as y'all get paid, so I'm good on canteen for a while. I can budget that to have canteen for a few months without having Mom to put it on monthly for a while, and whatever else I can absolutely go to whatever needs y'all monetary attention. I was just thinking at least you'd know I was taken care of for some time. Love y'all.
What I took from Rod's message there was, "Hey girl, I don't really care what
Thank
you
you.
think." He's
I
like,
need
"Hey
some
girl,"
money.
like it's just a courtesy, and like I don't know. I feel like he would make decent money
I
He
mean,
does
they
make-
said
he
he
does.
did make decent money. He's a boat captain.
And you need that money so bad for what? Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but like,
Yeah.
hey, I know you really didn't want us doing any media stuff, but we're going to do it anyway. And I'm going to pretend like I care about your opinion so that it seems like I at least consulted you. But by the time that you actually reach back out to me, it'll probably be like a oopsie, it's already a done deal thing. My bad.
Well, when Gypsy was going off about Fancy and not wanting to do her series, Rod and Christy and all of them were emailing her saying, well, we think we're contractually involved and we owe it to Francesca.
Yeah. Here's actually an email right here. You want to read this?
Francesca. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay. Okay. Oatsy's about to fall off my lap. Oop, there we go. Sorry, bud. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why when I've been reading this, I haven't been doing a very good job. So I'm going to really try here. Okay. You starting from the top?
yeah.
Okay. Outbound. Hi, Blank. I spoke to Blank about boundaries, and I set one for her that if anyone outside of my press team wants to do an interview or article, for them to consult you for permission before they do it. I explained that they have a team who will direct me on which media platforms to work with. And between you and I, my other boundary, unknown to Blank, is to not just tell her as much personal information anymore. Keep things close to me and Blank with our personal and professional lives. I know oftentimes you would keep her updated with news on the progress of our show or promotional opportunities. However, I think it is best to not include Blank in these matters. We're on good terms, but again, keeping things close to home with information. I hope your trip is going good. Talk soon. Is that her talking about Fancy?
Yeah. And Christy.
Mm-hmm. So she doesn't want Fancy to be in on the loop.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So
Oh, the emails revealed too that Christy was saying she wanted to go ahead with Fancy's series because she would be executive producer.
Mm-hmm. She was very clear about wanting to do that.
Well, to anybody who's been taking Fancy seriously again, she has a history of making just about anybody with no credits, producers and all this different stuff. She always like creates this big team so that it makes it seem like she's doing something more professional.
Mhm.
And it also gives her different people that she can kind of try and pawn all of her problems off on. So it's like, oh, my bad. My team messed up, not I. You can't take responsibility
Mhm.
for your own actions, but you also can't do anything on your own because you just don't have that ability. I don't know why.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
So the next one, read the next one there.
This one is Outbound. Have you heard of TED Talks? Oh God. It is a mini seminar on various topics. I was wondering if you think it might be possible for me to be a guest speaker. What are you going to do a TED Talk on? You can't do
How to kill your mom.
Okay, you can't do cyberbullying because Monica Lewinsky already did that, and she's a queen, and you will not be put on that same pedestal.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, this one's also Outbound. One, what media outlet will be selected for our press release? And two, do you know if I will be giving something to post on my Instagram? And will my Instagram be plugged and vice versa in the press release? Three, does the network have one? I don't know why it cuts off like that. I can't really read. It says
It doesn't show all of the email.
Oh, it doesn't show all of the email. Gotcha.
Mhm.
I wonder if that's because there's something hiding.
No, I think they're
No.
just lazy.
They're just lazy. Okay, so I think it's really funny that she's like super concerned with what goes on her Instagram. The Instagram that she had one of her friends make, and that she like totally ignored her once she got out of prison.
As
Is
far
that
as I
the
know.
same thing?
As far as I know, yeah.
Rachel Garlic, is that who it is?
Yeah.
There are several emails that is just her saying how many likes things posts have gotten on all of her different social medias.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's she keeps a running tally of her social media account at a certain point.
And that's something that, according to Rod, she has extremely in common with Christy. I think I screenshotted that one too.
Let's hear it. Let's
Let
hear
me
it.
find it real quick. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
No worries. Yeah, I was looking through some of this, but it's all kind of out of order, so I couldn't find
you
anything.
can read that one right there.
Okay, while you're looking for that,
Okay.
this one's Outbound. My quote for network press release. After a lifetime of silence, I finally get to use my voice to share my story and speak my truth. As a survivor of relentless child abuse, I feel like an asshole for reading it like that.
Thank you.
Okay. As a survivor of relentless child abuse, this docuseries chronicles my quest for liberation and journey through self-discovery. I am unapologetically myself and unafraid to expose the hidden parts of my life that have never been revealed until now. Sorry, I shouldn't have read it like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's serious. But regardless, yeah. So I think I was just reading it like that because I just thought it was funny that she's like, this is my official statement. This is coming out. This has been manicured. This is perfect.
Well, while I was trying to find the one I was talking about, I found another screenshot I took of more of Rod cheating in 2019.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
One's in chat if you want to hear it.
No.
No,
We're not
Okay,
Ryan
so-
Anderson here.
I was being stupid. You want to do a poll? Let's do a
Let's
poll.
do a poll.
I got New Jersey.
Where's my vape?
Sorry.
Okay, so this is 2019 outbound from Gypsy to her dad. What's up, Pimp Juice? Mom's crying. What's going on with Blank and you, Cookie Lady? Are y'all getting together? I emailed Blank asking her what's up. Nothing mean or anything. I just haven't messaged her in a while. I guess my big question is, what are you going to do? Seriously, Dad, how long are you going to be messaging chicks pretending to be happy with Christy? I just want you to be happy. I didn't tell her that I already knew about Blank. I just want a heads up on what you're thinking. Love you, Gypsy. Inbound from Rod. Hey, boo, I'm sorry I've been quiet. I crammed 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bucket while I was off. It was quick and nonstop. I did call the lady about the interview, but she was more interested in interviews with you. I know Mom asked you about it. Anyways, I'll download the app. My email is blank. Mom got into my email and saw pics from blank, so she knows the Cookie Lady now. She threatened blank, so that friendship is over. For now, I'm being good. I just get bored and start flirting so much. I hope Blank can make an impressive argument with us during the meeting. Keep your fingers crossed. Don't worry about things until after your release. We'll take it one day at a time. We have a room ready for you. You just need to decorate it for your style. We'll get you to drive in pretty quick. Good to hit the gym while you have some time. Those muscles will stay with you a long time and give you confidence and energy. I'm glad you and Mom have Blank to get you through the blank. Pain, and also glad the drama with Blank is all done. I think that was Francesca. I don't like her creating that wedge between you and Mom. I'm going to try and patch things up with Mom a little. She deserves a good husband. Okay, well, we'll keep up the good work with your group. Share and help. I love and miss you. Super proud of how strong and how much you've grown. You're doing awesome. Inbound from Rod to Gypsy. Nothing much has changed over the last year, so except for the last few months. So Blank got into my emails, right? I think that was Christy. Saw a few nudes that Blank sent me, emailed Blank with threats. Blank emails me asking what the fuck is going on. I fessed you about Blank and to Blank and told her I really liked Blank and that I had to think about what I wanted. Christy freaked out and begged me to give her some time to get her act together. I told Blank she was the Cookie Lady, so I think that lit her a fire under her ass. I will give her some time. I told Blank we should just chill a while. I'm really going to try and give Christy the attention and support she needs to get with the program, so not messaging any girls at the moment. But you know I get bored, so we'll see what happens. Christy's trying really hard right now, losing some weight, which is nice. Blank has a lot to offer, but Canada, that would be hard. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking. Please don't feel in the middle. I love you. Outbound from Gypsy to Rod. Okay, regardless of what you decide, I love you and Blank both. Please don't let me be a hinder. I'll find my own way in life, and we can cross that bridge of where I'll be living once I'm out when we get there. I did get a reply back from Blank explaining her side. Like I said, I don't feel in the middle, but I do want to know a heads up before things change, if they do at all. I love you, Gypsy. Outbound from Gypsy to Rod. Hey, Dad, I didn't know you was leaving from work until after Mom brought you to the airport. I hope you had a safe trip. I hope Mom told me about the joint Facebook account and why. You be good. I started having a gym workout routine and I'm loving it. Ken has not spoken to me in a month. Mom tried getting some answers from him with little luck, so I sent him a message just going hard on him. I have been having good support between my mom and my friend Blank. They are here to help those bad days. Blank lives in Florida and he has been a supporter for a while, but he and I just now started to get to know each other. He's cool though.
Oh my goodness. You notice how Gypsy seems to be schooling everybody and educating everybody.
Yeah. And, she does that with her parents and she does that in her books. She tries to do that in her TikTok videos. Like,
She does it real bad with Ken, too.
Mm-hmm. You can never learn anything if you're always trying to be teaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's just constantly calling people out on their stuff.
Okay, guys. We all need to start calling Rod Pimp Juice now. No longer Rod Blanchard. He is just Pimp Juice.
Yeah.
So everyone watching this, spread the word. We're gonna start calling him Pimp Juice. Everyone's gonna be really confused, and then they'll get context eventually.
Pimp Juice
But
Rod.
I think Pimp Juice is what he needs to go by now. We all have our cute little nicknames. Nobody likes to go by their own real names. We're gonna go by Pimp Juice now. But like, okay, so there's gonna be some others.
You remember that Nelly song?
Yeah.
CJB just mentioned it. That's in my head. I think I need to let her loose.
There's gonna be some other messages that make me feel a little less bad for Christy as a person. But
Yeah.
these messages make me feel bad about her personal life. At the very least, because Christy, we can feel bad for Christy's marriage and recognize her problematic actions in other areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, life isn't black and white. It's various shades of gray.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel bad for somebody, and then you can also acknowledge their wrongdoings in other areas. It's a whole mess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, wow, okay.
Enjoy $5 Pimp Juice.
Pimp Juice.
Oh, thank you, Joy.
Also, just a big shout out to everybody who sent anything. We haven't been able to call out every single thing like we normally do. I'm sorry, like we normally do. Because we're just kind of going through a bunch of stuff, but we're appreciative of all of you, and even the ones who are just sitting here interacting in chat or just watching. We appreciate every single one. So where else are we going now?
I want
Pimp Juice.
I'm just going in order of my notes.
I see right here while you're typing it in. So there's a thing where Gypsy starts putting literally like her current numbers. She puts Instagram 14.8K at Gypsy Rose _A Blanchard. TikTok 106.7K. And then the username.
Mm-hmm.
And then Twitter. What that says?
Well,
Twitter's harder to get people on anyway, but whew.
And
so
I think,
she clearly cares.
Yeah, and she just is constantly updating Melissa more with her stats and everything.
I never know what my I mean, I guess my stats are a lot lower than hers, so maybe I'd pay more attention if they were higher. But I definitely
doesn't that really contradict though all her statements of I had no idea that I was going to have this 9 million following when I got out. We see her in the emails watching them numbers all the time and updating people.
Come on, guys, tell me how. What are my numbers like? What are my numbers like today? I have to know. She probably had Ryan on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, babe."
Okay, so page 98, the top. Why don't you read that one, Alaura?
Wait, we can zoom into this.
No, because then it cuts it off and you can't see it.
Okay. Okay. So outbound. Question number 4. Beliefs about security and safety. How do I achieve it?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if that's...
Sorry, that's
I don't have any context for that.
Hold on. I'm looking for the NDA thing.
The NDA. Oh, yeah. I see NDA right here, but there might be somewhere where it says a little bit more about it.
Oh, here it is right here.
My cousin just texted me. It won't let me comment on the video, but hashtag pimp juice.
Nice.
Shout out to Kat.
Kat, you're hilarious. Okay, I think it's right here.
Okay.
Where did it go? Right here. This is the one where...
Outbound. Blank relayed your message, and I called Blank immediately to ask her to stop talking about my life with other people.
I think she's talking about either Christy or Rachel Garlick, but I'm not sure.
Not fancy.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand the delicacy of the project, and I want to protect it. Unfortunately, my friend doesn't always pass things by me, but I explained the stakes to her. She agreed to keep private. She was also unaware not to mention the book. She did let it slip that to that woman that I'm under an NDA, but did not specify with who. Luckily, I caught her in time before she revealed too much. I'm sorry for her actions. and I hope this does not happen again. I've even expressed how important it is to not talk to my parole or talk about my parole hearing as well. If you have any more concerns, please let me know, and I hope we have very good news soon.
Okay, and then just keep going down
Is
because
that
it'll.
that might be Rachel?
Yeah,
Garlic
I'm
she's
pretty
talking
sure it's
about.
Rachel Garlic. Yeah.
So she's under an NDA, not someone's in an NDA under or related to her. That's what she says. She says, I'm under an NDA.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
there's
probably.
an interesting one on down. If you go to December 2nd, 2021 on that same page.
Okay, I see it. It's in the thing, and I'll just go down for the next couple messages. And again, please excuse me being bad at reading. It's really small. Okay. Where was it just at? Was this the one I just read? Oh, yeah. Okay. Outbound. I made a huge maturity milestone tonight. It might be something small to someone else, but with my history, I think that I handled it very well. I had a conversation with Blank tonight about the awkwardness and how things have been between us and aren't the same came up. Obviously, however, I wanted him to be honest with me. Just flat out come out and say the reason he doesn't answer the phone to me as much is because there's someone new. I knew it in my heart, but I needed him to tell me himself. I told him that I would respect him more if he just told me the truth and that, or rather than let me believe a lie. And he just flat out said it. And I thanked him and I felt relieved that he openly said it. It makes sense why he did not want me to give his new address, or he did not want to give me his new address since he moved. He knew that I am with Blank, but Blank and I have remained semi-close to a point since our split. And this is the first time that he has openly admitted to being in a new relationship. I wished him well, and I'm never going to dial his number again because in a way I'm hurt, and in another, it gives me back the last piece of my heart that remained with me, or that will remain with Blank, so that I can give my whole heart to the person who deserves it. I feel proud of myself because the old Gypsy would have begged Blank for him to love her, not this Gypsy.
And what date was that? That was 12.
12/13/2021.
Okay.
So she was with Brian there.
Mm-hmm. And she's
upset
upset.
that Ken is in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to remind everyone that Gypsy sent Conspiracy the information of the person that Ken was with in order to put her on blast. And I'm really shocked, not that Conspiracy didn't release it, but that someone hasn't found out who it was and made it a big thing. I never, ever, ever want to know who that person is. It's nobody's business. She just got involved with the wrong person, clearly. But for a maturity milestone, it seems like it didn't last very long. Also, if you have to point out that you're having a maturity milestone, maybe it's not you actually being mature. And maybe it's just like Amber Nicole says, Gypsy Rose must always be in control.
And she actually says that in one of the emails. She said that that's one of the problems she has. That's when she starts really freaking out, is when she's not in control. Yeah. And you can tell by all of these relationships that she's pretty much in control, except for when it comes to like the side stuff that Rod and Christy are doing, because she can't control that. But the relationships, she's the one in control of the relationships.
It was so telling to me that of all the people writing her, sending her normal messages, the one she chose to correspond back with was the one who wanted to be her loyal servant and call her goddess.
Yeah. She only actually, so from the messages we have right now and what we've looked through so far, and like Millennial said, we've only gotten, we haven't even gotten to 200 yet. So we don't know what's in here, but she's, it's crazy. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Also, Glitter 401, we got this. Well, we didn't get this. A FOIA request. Well, was it a FOIA request?
Yeah, Mandy did a FOIA request to the DOC, and they made her wait for 7 months, and finally she started asking questions, and she got a lot of help, and Andrew Bailey, the Attorney General, helped her get these. So, and
she was kind enough to release them to us, and she wanted us and Millennial to go over them. So it's us and Millennial that are going to go over them for now. Eventually they'll be out for everybody to look through. but we're just respecting her wishes, and she wants us specifically to go through as many as we can before we release them to everybody to read. So sorry they're
We
not on the
super
screen. We were
appreciate-
having internet problems earlier. But that's kind of what's going on to anybody who's only been kind of tuned in for a little bit,
Yeah.
just so that we have like so we all know what's going on.
We super appreciate her work and her letting us present these.
We do. It was very kind of her.
Yes, thank you very
Because
much.
she put a
ma'am.
lot of effort into it.
Mhm.
So I don't even want to think about that bitch. I've been about her for years and years and years unrelated to this, and I always anyway. Okay, I'm not getting involved with that. Not getting involved in that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so where are we going? Was there something specific that you wanted me to read?
Well, she talks about NDAs
okay.
eventually somewhere
so
down
I'm
here.
moving
That was
on
on
to
that
the
same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So apparently, this is also outbound. So apparently things are stable at home, and Blank and my dad may be staying together after all. Unfortunately, I am having doubts about my own relationship. I love Blank, but half of me wants to explore other people, and half of me wants him because he is everything I have wanted emotionally for a partner. Ryan?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I've been torn before. This isn't the first time I felt this way. Blank is the perfect family man, one of the good ones, and loves me to pieces. But can I be satisfied with him without exploring a single life outside of these walls? I know what brought these feelings of doubt in my mind, and it is the other guys that are piquing my interest. Much like my father's issues that led to this uproar in his marriage, I have a desire to entertain the attention from those who write to us. I've never cheated, but I've been tempted to just be single and explore other things. And then the rest of it cuts off.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she said many times that she was never going to cheat and it was never going to be like that. And she couldn't be like that, but she straight up admits it right there. So if anyone's curious. And obviously cheating isn't the worst of her crimes, but it shows that there's kind of a pattern. There,
and this kind of builds up to the NDA, I think, you know.
So outbound, I hope that I'm comfortable with the showrunner because I do have a good vibe with you that I hope the transition goes well. Outbound, I think my closest people, here we go. I think my closest people signing an NDA is a great idea. Do you need the list of names and addresses of my closest friends? Outbound, Blank, I'm already starting to weed out my possessions, like the things in my totes that I've been saving for years that I'm not taking with me when I leave. And I'm kind of, in a sense, packing, so I'm ready to go, LOL.
And this is in 2021.
Girl. Okay. Outbound. My friend Blank, who is also coming up for my hearing, will be signing an NDA as well. This is her phone number, Blank. Outbound. Have a beautiful holiday session and a blessed new year. After a long, difficult journey for us all during the pandemic, I hope 2022 will be a year that is shared with loved ones, hugs and kisses, and has many new treasured memories to enjoy. Please know that you are my thoughts, and I am sending many hugs your way. Love and hugs, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Okay, so where else does it talk about the NDA? Because I know it talks about it quite. Actually, here's an interesting one right here. This is actually talking about Pam Hupp. Everybody know who Pam Hupp is?
There is a movie, or is it a docuseries about her? Or not a docuseries.
It's like
scripted. It's got
Renee Zellweger. It actually talks
Zellweger.
about her right here.
Okay. Inbound, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Inbound. I'm starting to have discussions with the show for money for everything. I'll be talking to Blank in the upcoming week or two. Wanted to give you a heads up. Also, I saw Renee Zellweger will be playing Pam Hupp. There are pictures of her on set wearing a fat suit to look like her in New Orleans. Did Pam sign for this project? You've had my permission to give her my cell phone number so she can message me. I have a production company who would sign her in for the interview. I'd use the same camera crew I brought for your filming, and they're really nice people. And it cuts off the rest of the message. So
I thought that was interesting.
yeah, that's really interesting.
And they talk about Pam Hupp in here quite a few times.
Because she's one of the famous ones. Didn't you say they call them like VIPs or something? Like the people who are very important prisoners, VIPs. So yeah, if you're famous on the outside world, it kind of stands for something in there for a lot. Some people don't care, but some people do. Some people do.
Okay, let's
And would you
see.
say Gypsy was probably considered a VIP as well? Because I mean, she got all that media attention.
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
they're still talking about her to this day. So I mean,
Most people in there did not like her, though, from everything I'm understanding.
can't imagine why.
Okay, did you want to go anywhere else, Millennial? Because we're on 99.
I've got another screenshot from Rod to Gypsy, and I'm not sure what page it was from because I took it as a screenshot because I found it interesting.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is 2020, and this is inbound from Rod to Gypsy. It says, well, look who decided to reset his password and email his long-lost daughter. What's up? Miss you, boo. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay, I guess. Been on the boat for a while with nothing really lined up to go home yet, but that's okay. I'm safe and making money. We had to cancel a lot of plans, but hopefully when I get off, we can get a chance to come up and see you. I've been being good. No girlfriends since we combined Facebooks. I'm gaining a few pounds since I quit smoking, but still sexy even with my bald head. Been binge watching TV series like everyone else, I guess, and watching all them FAGGOTS on CNN. They love Trump so much. I bet you're so ready to get out in the real world. I can't imagine how much will it takes to keep going day after day. I know you got to be strong to get through that and keep the positive vibes going. You will be surprised to see how much time will fly 10 times faster when you're not counting the days. I'm sorry I didn't write. I got locked out and thought I had to call to reset my password. My phone is dead and I'm on a loaner from a friend. I wish I could video chat with you like I do Mom. I hope you two are seeing eye to eye lately since Francesca got deported from the family circle. I'm just assuming that says Francesca.
Yeah.
How many damn boyfriends you got now anyway, you little floozy? LOL. Anyway, I miss you so much too. Can't wait to whoop you and rummy soon. I hope you all don't get the virus spreading around and stay safe. Sorry if you had to cancel some of your visits, but it's probably better to get through this crap. Oh well, back to counting dead people. I love you, Jip. What the hell is back to counting dead people?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing when you sent that to me. I was like, huh?
There's a lot to be horrified about in that email.
Like father,
Why-
like daughter, goddamn.
Why do they call each other or talk about sexy and all of that stuff to each other? I would never have talked
It's
to
weird.
Fucking knew
It is so
Yeah.
weird.
It's really weird. I would never talk to my parents like that.
Yeah.
And Laura would
And-
not talk to us like that either.
I say weird things to y'all sometimes, but not like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Okay. Did you have anything else you wanted to look at?
I have a prop.
Oh, Lord
If
Deeds.
it becomes relevant, yeah. I spent money on
Okay. What is this? 99. Did we read this one yet?
it. Come on.
Okay. I'm starting to realize that though I do not. Can you just leave that thing alone? I'm starting to realize that though I do have a wide variety of men that I could be exposed to when I am released, blank really is a good man. He is standing by me through a lot. In the last year and a half, we have been through me being on quarantine twice. Once when my wing was on quarantine, and then again. Okay. Sorry. I thought there was more juice there.
More juice. I do see something here saying someone sent her an email saying that she'd agree to do an NDA.
Okay, yeah. And then also, let's see. This is a list of phone numbers and families that I correspond with who you might need to call for the documentary. So she gives all the, and it's dad, stepmom, sister, brother, grandma, father's side, cousin, mother's side, aunt, father's side, aunt, father, mother's side, aunt, mother's side. Also, okay, yeah.
Okay, so those are all the people that she wants to have sign an NDA?
And be in the documentary.
documentary.
Yeah, is what I got.
I wonder if they all had to sign an NDA to be in the documentary.
Probably. I wouldn't think.
Hmm.
Okay.
I
I
wonder
got a
what
random interesting thing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all, okay, and you guys and y'all in the chat, do y'all remember when Gypsy said, I think it was on our show, that she lost her photography job in prison because people would talk to her so much because of her fame.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Anyone
remember
that? Okay,
I
cool.
do.
Chat, y'all remember that? So with that in mind, so this email is outbound from Gypsy to Rod 2019. And it says, "Hey dad, just checking in. I hope your Thanksgiving was decent. Things are fine over here. Mom told me things are better between you two and blank, and mom and blank said she's going to step aside. I'm kind of relieved. That was a crazy mess I just don't want to be involved in. I love you and mom together. Tomorrow, Blank and I will be having a long needed talk. I'm nervous how it's going to go on the off chance he wants to get back together. I'm not agreeing right now. Honestly, I'm starting to be interested in someone else, and I kind of want to feel that out before jumping back into it with Ken." I assume it's Ken in that under that blank. "Love is complicated, LOL. I lost my picture job due to a glitch in the system. It said I didn't have a job and I did, so it randomly selected me another job, which automatically made me lose my picture job. Sad face. Mad about it. Oh well. I have made the letters that I needed to give to blank and blank for the senator that requested them. One was a letter to mother and another describing the classes I've taken, things I've done to better myself. Blank is getting everything prepared. She still needs y'all to fill out some paperwork, so I'll have mom stay on her about sending those forms. Blank is very strict about not having anyone media related know about this. Mom has tried to suggest that different journalists in whom she trusts get let in on what's happening, but blank is firm. No media or journalists, which is fine with me. I'm not interested in any media. I'm like, just get me the blank out. LOL, the petition will be our prize winner. I'm sure of it. I love you. Be safe out there. Talk to me when you get back. Love, Gypsy." So yeah, she lost her photography job apparently due to a glitch in the system, not because she was so famous that people couldn't stop bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
She's just not like other girls.
Yes.
Okay, so she talks about how she's starting to feel like Wicca is not specifically for me. I honestly feel a little lost in terms of religion. Perhaps I'm agnostic. I've been attending Wicca services lately, and mainly it's because I don't draw anything from it. Maybe I'm still searching. Let's see. I'm looking for something specific. I unfortunately did not take screenshots.
Yeah, this stuff is this stuff is juicy in here, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
everyone.
y'all, like
for
we said,
tuning in.
we haven't even
Oh,
got
okay.
through 200 pages.
Yeah,
Right
so-
here on 12/19/2021, outbound. You know what is interesting? My conditions of my parole do not say no alcohol. So perhaps we can celebrate with a glass
of celebratory
wine or whatever sounds blank or
sounds
blank. LOL. Okay.
That's very interesting. Celebratory wine. She said that.
Thank you, Cherokee girl.
She said that she had no interest in drinking whatsoever. And by the way, I do not care that she was out drinking the last couple weekends or whatever. I mean, she is a brand new mom and she did seem to be away from her kid for an extended period of time. So I guess there might be something to be said there. But I mean, yeah, girl, whatever. Go party. I guess that's fine. I don't care what she does, to be honest.
What's interesting to me is all that rage baiting with the alcohol, you know?
Yeah, and people calling her parole officer over the freaking Post Malone concert. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous. And it seems like that might not have even been against her parole. So maybe she wasn't breaking her parole as much as people thought she was. I mean, she still was, but in that regard.
Yeah, and I did look up on the Missouri statutes. It says that unless you actually had like a problem with alcohol, they don't usually ban you from consuming alcohol while you're on parole.
So just no.
I think she refrained from letting the public know that so that there would be a lot of calls to her parole officer for something that wasn't a violation, and then she could just be like, "Look, see all the haters."
No, I agree. I think she did that.
She made everyone.
She definitely rage baited by letting people know that she was around alcohol and showing herself with a glass of wine in her hand and stuff, and then saying it was grape juice.
Yeah, and it also helps out because it's like the more crazy reports that the parole officer got, the less seriously he took the rest of the reports that actually meant something. So she just wanted to flood the parole officer with a bunch of bullshit, basically. And his offices had to deal with all of that, which you know, I understand why some people have made some reports, but the alcohol thing, it seems like wasn't a thing at all. So
Yeah.
Okay. I don't believe that we read this one yet. It's on page 100 and it's talking, I assume, about Rachel Garlick, but
okay. Blank is turning on me. She sent me a hateful email saying how I don't appreciate her and I don't need to send my godchild a happy birthday card because I don't appreciate that she named blank after me. Ooh. And all kinds of stuff. Saying she knows her place. Do I know mine? What the F? I don't believe that she's the best friend that I thought of all of these years. It hurts because all I did was politely ask that she keep things more private and not to post to social media because I have things going on that requires my privacy. And she responded in a very selfish and unthoughtful manner. She was asking the chick that she had set up social media accounts for her to not talk on social media about her.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Do as I say, nothing else. Anyway, okay. This is a copy of
Yes,
what
Rachel
I sent
wasn't
to
a
her.
loyal servant.
Yeah, exactly.
Goddess.
A servant.
Yeah, literally. Okay. This is a copy of what I said to her. If you were a real friend, a simple request to quit posting would not have been a big deal. But you are like addicted to posting about me. And you made another group after closing your support group. Why? To be like every other gossip page. You never saw a person, did you? You saw only the famous Gypsy. When we met, you came up to me, introduced yourself, knowing who I was. Was it all fake? Be Gypsy's friend so you can get maybe a little money or fame from it. Which I feel like she hasn't really gotten that. Blank, the appropriate response would have been, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to interfere with your business. If you need me to post something, I will. But otherwise, I will just show my friendship and support offline. But your reaction and response was just inappropriate. I did not ask you to make or sell the merchandise, t-shirts. That was your idea, as well as TikToks. You specifically said to me, we can make a lot of money from TikToks. I, ignoring my better judgment, allowed it. Okay. I maybe asked you to make only a few TikToks. I didn't ask you to post the simple emails that I sent to you to say hi or just to email my friend thinking it's between friends. To you, it was new material to use for the group. Why was it more important to keep people updated about me rather than have that support that didn't give you the notoriety from other people? That is a big red flag there's been since day one, and it cuts off the rest. I think it's really funny that she's getting on to people about sharing their private messages when she did that to Ryan, someone that she was supposed to love and cherish till death do them part. I mean, I get divorces are messy, but
well, what was Rachel Garlick supposed to share on all the social media that Gypsy asked her to create and promote for because she wanted more attention on her petition for
because a little bit further down, she starts talking about her literally the amount of likes and comments that she got on Instagram. TikTok, 790.1K views, 1,363 comments. You guys are all just numbers to her. If you care about Gypsy, you are literally just a number.
Yeah, and she was also invited to Crime Con. So Crime Con in Nashville would love to have, this is from Melissa Moore, I believe. This is coming into Gypsy. Crime Con in Nashville would love to have you on the main stage. Do you want to do it? If so, I can start the conversation with the conference leader and we can go together. I'm at an airport now and heading to see you for the last time in prison. I don't have the words to express how happy I am for you and the life you are soon to be experiencing. You will have an incredible 2024 and I am honored to be a part of it.
The next one, Outbound, says, yes, I would like to be a guest at CrimeCon. Smiley face. Can blank please be with me too? So she didn't end up being at CrimeCon,
No,
right?
I don't think so.
Lord, please do not be at CrimeCon this year. And if anybody in the
Actually,
chat,
please be at CrimeCon this year.
if anybody in the chat is watching and is thinking about going to CrimeCon here in Denver, Colorado this year, my mom and I will both be there, and we will have a booth. So
for Military Broadcast Radio.
For Military Broadcast Radio. It won't be Into the Weeds podcast branded. That being said, you're the one who kind of orchestrated everything, and I'm not former military or anything, but I'll definitely be there. And we'd love to meet you guys if you guys happen to be there. We're not trying to sell you anything, but if you're just there already, then come say hi. So
Yeah, but I would love that. Would be
Yeah.
hilarious if she got picked to be there.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
it would be something we can stand out with. Like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not
You
going to
know,
disrupt things. But
So I don't know if anybody know or if everybody knows this or not, but Military Broadcast Radio has been trying to get me to interview Gypsy since the very beginning, since we started all this. Joel has asked me several times. He's like, you should just extend an invitation. And this last time I was like, Joel, I don't think she's going to want to come and talk to me after the toothbrush and the barbecue stuff was leaked.
Right. That was your FOIA.
Thank you, Nadatha.
I mean, the people
Aw,
that
that's
she
sweet,
chooses to
Nadatha. Yes,
associate
Amber.
herself with,
Yeah.
they're not the people you'd think that she would associate herself with. But that being said, it almost seems like she doesn't have any legitimate supporters other than those people. So she can't even choose from the pool that she would typically choose from. I sometimes feel bad. I sometimes don't. But if you're friends with Gypsy Rose, you're likely just being used and will be discarded whenever you do the slightest bit of pushback on her. Because that's what we see here. The slightest bit of pushback from Rachel, and she's just gone. Doesn't matter what you've done for me. Doesn't matter how many years we've served together in prison. Screw you.
Okay, so they also wanted to do a podcast. So read this. This is Outbound. This is Gypsy talking.
Outbound podcast ideas. How do you feel about having a podcast that steers away from my life as the focus, and instead we choose the topics that are worth talking about? I feel like my life may be redundant to the series and books. Maybe the podcast could be a way to break into advocacy. We may need to brainstorm about what specifically are those topics, but the fact that I am talking about it will be what draws people in. Thoughts? So where's your advocacy work, Girly Pop?
And there's podcast idea number 2.
Podcast ideas number 2. What if our topic was what my case is known for, Munchausen by proxy? Not murder, Munchausen by proxy. Anyway, we can bring guests on, and perhaps Beatrice Yorker, who gave an interview in our docuseries. Maybe we can see if we can interview Blank, who wrote her memoir called Sickened. We can get a doctor who specializes in MBP. We can get psychologists as guests. The point is, I have exhausted myself talking about myself, but maybe we can come at the angle of having discussions about the aspects of what MBP is and talk about my experience in a subtle but engaging way. Maybe she never went through with it because nobody that's an expert on MBP
Wanted to talk to her.
So, or she just got bored.
Probably.
She probably just got bored.
Or she was just like, actually, I could just make money putting on makeup and crashing out on TikTok.
She's like, I can go on TikTok and I can use my vacuum cleaner as a microphone and I can make money off of that. Holy shit. Anyway.
Spiraling out of control.
Yeah, right.
Okay. What else we got?
Let's see.
Anything else juicy?
She talks
I've got
about
one here. Oh, go ahead, Amber.
I was just going to say, she talks about the really nice Calvin Klein dresses that Ryan bought her, a formal black dress, and one is a party cocktail dress, and a pair of gray shimmer platform heels. Okay, go ahead, Millennial.
You're good. I thought this might be interesting considering the interactions that we've all heard between Rod and Fancy, that one time on that live and stuff, and how they talk about each other now. I noted one of the few emails from 2018 I saw in the file is an email from Rod to Gypsy, and just listen to it, y'all. I'm pretty sure that these blanks are Francesca and Fancy and Ken, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in the blanks with what I think. Let's see if y'all agree. Okay. Hey, Boo, Mom said you brought up the series and cleared it, but won't want to participate. I've thought long and hard about it since then, but I did immediately address it with her that day. I fully appreciate and sympathize with your desire to get past everything and move on with your life. I know all the media hype, support, and constant reflection has been an emotional roller coaster. It's a constant reminder of something you can neither be proud of nor deny. It has made you stronger and given people inspiration and brought some awareness to such unfortunate realities so many children face. However, no matter how you sugarcoat it at the end of the day, that is done absolutely zilch to benefit your happiness and future. You still have to do your time and walk out with the clothes on your back. As you know, you've said you're fine with that and I know you've said you're fine with that and just want a normal life with hubby Ken. I accept that decision and support it 100%. Now, that being said, I discussed with Mom to see where the series was along and reviewed the contract we signed and feel bad about not having the conversation sooner or more firmly. I really didn't think Francesca was making any progress, and the last time I asked about it, there was no progress. I even brought it up before Dr. Oz, and Mom said that was the end of the media stuff as she knew about your wishes. So my fault for not contacting Francesca and telling her at that time. I'm not positive where it went from there, but I believe there's a chance at funding the project at the moment. Contractually, Mom and I, may be not positive, obligated to participate. I personally have said about all I can about the story. We all have. So, like you, I don't want to participate much either. But we did sign the contract, and without making a big fuss with lawyers, should just see what happens at this point. Mom's told some of the people in the mix that you don't want the series done. But looking at it from Francesca's perspective, she has put in some time writing a pilot and deserves, even though she may be a vulture capitalist, some cooperation from us. Lastly, if it's going to get done, finally, something media of intrinsic value to you after all the other stuff that was done. This is the one to agree upon. That sounds crass and insensitive to you feelings and wishes, but like you said, it's all been said already. Politically, you can care less what people think of you. You know where you stand by now with society, and not much will change that. Spiritually, you're ready to move on. I get it. But Gypsy, this is your play all cards at once and rummy play. The system has been gaining at your expense, your story, your emotions all your life, baby. Let it pay you back in some way. You've did the hard parts. Just hold your cards now and see what plays out. If nothing gets moving with this last investor, then we can say that's enough. I don't imagine there needs to be much participation from you and I regarding the series. The story is there. We just need to verify it, not tell it again. If it makes you a little money, then great. Everything you've already done would have not just benefited corporate vultures. I know blank, I believe that's Ken, means a lot to you. Y'all have dreams. I'm not getting in between that ever, but I do feel a responsibility to your well-being and your future. I want you to be happy and in control and independent. I'm glad you're standing up and saying enough. That's great, and I'm proud of that. That doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It means you're strong, and I like that you have a voice now. Like I said, I support you 100% either way, and you asked and deserve my honest opinion.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a little silly there. Every time you said Francesca, I decided to hold up my poster.
Nice.
But one nice little look.
Yep. I can tell by the length of the blacked out space where they're saying Francesca versus Fancy, and they used to call her Francesca back in the day.
Yeah.
I think they thought that was a real name.
Yeah. Francesca.
Oh yeah. There's 784 people, only 350 likes. Hit the like button. Yeah, go ahead.
Smash that like subscribe button. No. I appreciate everyone that's in here today.
That was
Yes,
your 2010s YouTube of you, Laura.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that.
I love it.
Subscribe button on Millennial because she has been holding down forward a lot
Yes.
on this one.
Thank
Everyone,
you.
if you're not already subscribed to Millennial, when you get off this, you need to go and subscribe to her immediately.
Yes.
She's awesome and she does consistent content and does actual videos rather than just live streams. But she also does live streams too, and she
Yep.
does some amazing paintings, like the one in the back right here.
Yep, that's
That is
beautiful.
a 1980 Millennial Commentates original. So just so
Yes.
everyone knows.
Amber commissioned Quanah Parker from me, y'all. I was so excited to paint that for her. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. And everybody who's seen that just falls in love with it because
Oh,
it's
good.
really good.
Mhm.
Let's see. I remember seeing something about TMZ. So let's see. So on page 101, she talks about the places she wants to go in New Orleans on her trip, February 10th through the 14th. Cafe Du Monde, Cat's Meow Karaoke, Aquarium of New Orleans, Pat O'Brien's Restaurant, Mardi Gras parades, crew of Bacchus.
You know what?
What?
That you listing off that stuff just unlocked a memory. Do y'all remember that ridiculous episode where she was of Life After Lockup, where her and Ryan were at that dinner and she was just mad, not having it that night. And Ryan goes, "Why don't we go to New Orleans and have some fun like we planned?" And she was like, "I can't drink. Everything in New Orleans is a bar." Well, now we know that wasn't even true. And she just blasted him.
Yeah.
She couldn't drink. She just wanted to treat Ryan like shit.
On camera, yeah.
Not that I think that Ryan's completely
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but as you were listening that up, I
No.
was like, wait a minute. That memory just,
Yeah, no. And
Yeah.
Bacchus is the god of wine, Joy. And I tried to add you earlier, Joy, as a moderator, but every time I put in your name, it did not work. So I don't know what happened.
Well, our Nightbot already doesn't like Joy. So
I haven't seen Nightbot tonight.
I haven't seen it, but I thought someone said that they got like put in timeout or something like that. So got a
well,
warning. So if anybody's having any issues with the chat, it's not us.
yeah.
We try not to block people unless you're being like nasty.
Yep.
But we haven't had any of that.
Oh, thank you, Laura
Amelia.
Lynn. Remember for 2 months.
Amelia Essentials. I don't know if you heard it earlier, but Amber read an email where Gypsy was emailing someone saying that, I think she was emailing Ryan saying that alcohol wasn't a condition of her parole, so they could celebrate her first night out of prison with a glass of wine.
And I bet they did.
I bet they did too.
Which is fine, but it's not cool that she's being all secretive and weird about it and all that.
So
So.
she just straight up lied to rage bait people. She said that it was a condition and then, posed with alcohol so that people would call her parole officer on something that wasn't even a condition and create noise.
Yeah, you see that she does that. Christy does different stuff. They all try to play stupid and they try to rage bait you and they try to do every single thing that they can to get more content, honestly, because they know, I'm sorry, Gypsy, you're not interesting enough to have like a TV show unless a bunch of crap's happening around you. Like
Honestly.
I couldn't watch it. I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes. I couldn't get through it. So
I had to stop doing my recaps on the regular and I just do one now and then. I haven't even finished the last season because it was so boring and I just found myself not wanting to do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just take a little break from it, make other content for people.
I don't blame you. If something pops up on like TikTok or something, I'll watch like, some of Conspiracy's videos and stuff like that. And a couple others, but you're really the only person that I'll watch like full length videos of on the regular, at least, of Gypsy, because I can't stand it most of the time. If something particularly catches my interest, like I said, like Conspiracy and a couple others, I'll watch every once in a while, but I support you.
Thank you. I really like Conspiracy, and I like that whenever Gypsy tried to dox Ken's ex to her, that like she showed her morals, you know what I mean, by refusing to go with that.
Yeah, she could have probably gotten a lot of attention and potentially money off of that, and she's just a good person. She didn't do that. So
she also talks about going back to the Ronald McDonald House and going back to Children's Hospital for emotional things that she wanted to do in New Orleans.
Good Lord.
Let's see.
That's crazy.
I was surprised how often she emails about missing her mom, Dee Dee.
You know what? I didn't notice this one, but it says blank.
Thank you, Laura Lynn.
I feel like shit right now. Blank looked online for Wagove, whatever the shot is.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like Ozempic.
It's still $1,100 after insurance. He doesn't want to pay that much, and so he is going back to his Meta fast diet. When I said it doesn't work, he became defensive and said fine, he would go back to throwing up after eating. I hit a trauma trigger for him, and now I feel terrible. Sorry, Ryan. I didn't realize. My bad. Okay. See, and that's part of
which one were you reading this one?
right here. Right here.
Okay, sorry.
Some of these I feel bad about reading,
Yeah.
But it's going to be out there in the public domain anyways. So, I mean, not saying that.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's going to be out, but I don't know. I don't think I could tell you didn't even fully read that message before you read it.
I
out,
didn't.
Though, so.
That I don't remember
I didn't
seeing
see
that one.
either.
We don't people's, as someone with an eating disorder, we don't want to try and stigmatize eating disorders or make them into content.
Yeah,
that being said,
I'm extremely sorry that I read that one because I
our bad.
honestly didn't know it. Okay, 10/26/2023. She says, this is outbound from Gypsy. Hey, TMZ sent me an email and I directed them to you for a comment, if any. And I think she was talking to Melissa Moore, but I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
So,
yeah, it's kind of weird to be serving time in prison for matricide and then bringing up TMZ all the time.
Yeah.
She says in an outbound letter, I want therapy to be a topic. I received a lot of group therapy in prison, but no one-on-one therapy. I want to talk people through what I've done while in here to work on my mental health. Maybe we can talk about that the next time we film. I have all of my certificates at home of my completed group therapy classes. Now, I actually did get her DOC file. That was my FOIA that I did a while back, and I was supposed to have gotten it months ago, but I had to create this box account. And thankfully, when Mandy sent me these letters or these emails, she told me about a box that she had to set up a box account. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. I've been trying to do a box account for months. So thank you, Mandy, for helping me get the DOC files too. And there is, she's got a lot of not a lot of certificates, but quite a few certificates of different classes and stuff that she took and facilitated. And I think she only facilitated one class, and that was the ICVC class, which my cousin said that my cousin paid attention to whatever she read in her book or on the show. That was her victim impact letter, talking about how she's impacted victims.
Yeah.
My cousin said that if she had been the facilitator of that class when Gypsy went through, she definitely would not have let her slide with that letter. So,
you just read that she said she was only able to get group therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw an email where she was talking about being upset and going to see a therapist about her emotions, and just the context of the email didn't sound like that was group therapy. I think she saw a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no way that she was only told that she qualified for group therapy, because we literally have a family member that's in Chillicothe right now and has not done anything close to as crazy as what she did. And she qualifies for everything. She's taken and retaken so many classes. And obviously there's so many problems in prison, and there's some reform that needs to happen and stuff like that. But the amount of opportunity that is in Chillicothe specifically, and she sits and she talks crap like she wasn't given any opportunity. And that's just not accurate. That's just not accurate. It's not true at all.
And like Nadatha said in the chat, like anger management classes. Yeah, she took anger management classes, which obviously didn't work.
And they might not be perfect because, they only have so many resources, but they at least offer something. So
good night, CJ.
Good night, CJ.
Yeah. And she does talk about therapy quite a bit. She even talks about I don't know if it was Ken or if it was Ryan, but one of them was setting up therapy to where they could talk to some kind of therapist before she got out. And then she was also
like marriage counseling type
stuff?
Marriage
counseling stuff.
Gotcha.
And she actually consumed a lot of podcasts and a lot of books on marriage. It's quite interesting that she spent so much time listening to how to make a successful marriage.
Doesn't sound like she really digested the information.
No, but she loved telling everybody what she learned and telling them how to apply it to their life.
She loves to preach.
She definitely loves to preach. Okay.
So I found another interesting one from 2018, Rod to Gypsy, where he mentions Dee Dee again.
Okay.
Let's see. Inbound, absolutely on point, baby. Clear and respectful. I understand 100%. You have to move on, and the media has done very little to advance that goal. I will take care of it from here. I will try to call blank during our next port call, maybe around the 28th. I'm sorry you have to deal with this after you already expressed your feelings to us. She's quite caught up in the media stuff, and I've given her that space because she's been really good with you in departments I have trouble in. I could care less about all that, and you know that. I love you, and I'm glad you reached out to me. Try and enjoy your Christmas. Okay, and last thing. I keep having dreams about your real mom. Kind of weird. She's young and attractive, and I wake up sad. I'll never forget her, and I know you won't either. She was a good wife.
Mm.
Oh my God. I love how he says she was young and attractive.
Yeah.
At least he didn't add thin in there, or else I'd be trying to throw hands with him. But
After the things he says to Christy now.
oh my
Or about
Lord.
Christy now,
Christy
yeah.
isn't even, not that it would even matter if she were, but like, oh
Mhm.
my God.
Yeah.
That poor woman.
Mhm.
In that regard, there's a lot of other things she does that
Mhm.
we haven't really even gotten into anything Christy heavy, but we will one of these days if it's not today.
Yeah. There's like 800 more pages, y'all. We haven't even looked at yet.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll definitely not that we're ending at the moment, but I'm just saying stay tuned for the rest of the emails that we'll try and go through as many of them as we can, and then like we said, we'll release everything in probably a couple weeks.
Okay, she is talking in a long email to somebody. Okay, I think this is it. 115 2019. And this is outbound. So it says, hey, blank. Well, on New Year's Day, blank tells me that he spoke to his mom, dad, sister, and blank, and everyone said the same thing. Why now? What's the rush? They all support our relationship 100%, but want us to weigh out the pros and cons of doing it now. So this would be Ken that she's talking about. And it's kind of messed up, but blank tells me, blank said she does not support the idea of us getting married in here when going home to him, as well as taking it upon herself to speak for my father, saying my father will be so upset with him for taking his daughter away after the fact of him not being able to be in my life before then. Blank talks to me and says, no, she didn't say she doesn't support our decision, that she and dad accept it. It's not ideal, nor does she like the fact I would go home with blank, but it's my life and choice to make, so she's addressing it one way with me and another with him. I emailed my father to ask for his thoughts on the matter because I don't think it should be only blank speaking for my side of the family. Blank and I have a visit next weekend, so I'll know for sure if we aren't getting married in July. We need to have that one-on-one time and talk it over between us. Things have been rocky on more than the topic of the wedding with blank. Don't get me wrong, I love her, but all the TV show media fame is putting a strain on our bond. Myself, blank, my father, and friends have all spoken on behalf of me, trying to be a voice of reason and trying to get her to respect my wishes in completely in this continued spotlight attention. I can't read that. Asking that she and the Blanchard family move on from the painful past, no more interviews, no more shows or public articles. Well, needless to say, she continues to be the front runner for any camera that's offered. It's kind of sad. She is such a good person, but I think what started as being a support gypsy thing is now something entirely different. I truly don't want any more TV shows, interviews, or public attention about me or my past. It makes my prison stay hard because women judge me, and it makes it very hard to become something other than Gypsy Blanchard, the formerly abused girl who murdered her mother. Approximately 2 docuseries, 6 TV specials, 3 scripted shows, and countless news articles. I'm done. I have opened up about my life in the hopes I could be an advocate for abused children with parents of MBP, but I'm still healing from the scars, and I want to justify. No, wait. I'm still healing from my scars and want to justify and create a new beginning for myself. I have an amazing man in my life who gives me hope and love. Sorry, this is hard to read because if I make it bigger, it'll cut it off. Okay. I have opened up about my life in the hopes I could be an advocate for abused children with parents of MBP, but I am still healing from my scars and want to just live and create a new beginning for myself. I have an amazing man in my life who gives me the hope and love I need to keep positive in my situation. My father and I are getting closer, and I have solid friends who stand with me, good or bad. That was a long email. I even put in my notes, long email. Okay. So I don't know. I think I'm going to probably start winding it down because it's a lot to read all of these guys. And
Yeah.
Millennial and I have been reading it for days.
Yeah. We'll try to get another 200 pages, get the juicy parts picked out, because there are a lot of pages that are just fluff. People send her sincere messages, and she responds with a massive copy paste of all of her socials and a deal to go sign her petition.
Yeah, a lot of it is. Let's see. At 137 on 11/23/18, she talks about Nick's trial. Let's see. 11/23. Sorry. There it is. I'm doing okay. This is her talking. I'm doing okay. Last week was hard, but I made it through. I can take comfort in knowing that I did the right thing by getting on the stand and being brutally honest. I feel that though the verdict was not the outcome I was praying for, I did all I could to help Nick because I just don't feel that life without parole is fitting, but I can deal with the outcome easier than if I hadn't did my testimony at all.
Everybody, I want to make sure that sinks in. She said, and I quote, I feel that though the verdict was not the outcome that I was praying for, not just hoping for, praying for, I did all I could to help Nick because I just don't feel that life without parole is fitting, but I can deal with the outcome easier than if I didn't do my testimony at all.
Mm-hmm.
So what changed?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because Nazi says he's right where he belongs. That was proper. That was, what changed?
Yeah.
And to be devil's advocate, because I like to do that, just because I like to think of all angles, just in case somebody else brings it up. You can have something traumatic happen to you. You can apologize for someone or to someone, defend them, all that stuff, and then kind of think about it a little later in life and realize it really happened. But all this seems too manipulative, too calculated. I don't think that's any of that. I think that she just found it's a lot more convenient for Nick to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually have something else on Nick that she talked about.
Personally speaking, I think Nick's where he belongs.
Yeah.
But I think that he was very much manipulated by her, and I don't feel like he would have done any of that stuff. I don't think he would have killed without her or somebody else doing that to him.
Yeah, and I don't know that anyone besides her would have spent 2.5 years getting him to the place where he would kill.
I agree.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
Sidebars and side eyes, yes, they are.
Like we said, it's black and white. We can feel bad for him in one regard, but then also realize that at the end of the day, he made his own decision. And I really don't think that him being in a mental institution instead also would be any better.
No,
that can be really hard. That can be really hard. At least in jail, he has the ability to socialize normally. I know it's not great, but I think it's probably better than an institution. So,
no, I agree. It seems like it's the right place for him from everything I've heard.
There's an Outbound where she says, sending you a little love and affection on your way, and then like 1,000 X's and O's. P.S. I need a robe night.
Oh, a robe night.
Robe nights. Her and Ken had robe nights.
Huh?
Love wifey.
Hold on.
Sorry.
What, millennial?
Oh, I said her and Ken with their robe nights.
Yeah, it seems like robe night is AKA for phone sex.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, and they talk about it a lot in here.
Yeah.
So
There's probably 100 pages of just her emails to Ken, and they're so boring.
mhm.
So boring.
Yeah, and Ken hardly ever actually messages back, and when he does, he's very kind of general and dismissive. And I remember her saying, even at one point, I think the first time he messaged her back after they broke up, she's like, "Oh wow, it's like getting a letter from a stranger."
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. He
Yeah,
goes,
that's
he has swings though, back and forth.
Mhm.
Like he will send her mushy, like cringe, embarrassing emails. They call each other Soully as a
Mhm.
shortcut for soulmate, Soully. And
Yeah.
like SOULIE. It's but
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
she calls herself Pop Tart. That's her nickname for Ken. She's Pop Tart, and then she also calls herself Gremlin.
Oh, I wonder why. Okay, real quick. As you're looking for something, I see an inbound. So this is from Ken.
Okay.
Just a quick reminder that you beautiful baby, like BOOTI, if you will, you beautiful baby, winky face. Looking forward to our year of union. It'll never stop amazing me how synced up our minds are. Heart emoji, soulmates, winky face emoji. And then outbound from Gypsy. My love, I'm sorry for the stressful weeks that have been placed in our path, and I hope that in no way add to that stress. If I do, then I am sorry. Here's my song of the week, Wonder Woman by Casey Musgraves. I love you, heart emoji.
Yeah,
Love
and they
wifey.
do. Yeah, they do go back and forth sending each other songs and stuff
Casey
like that.
Musgraves. I'm not trying to hate or anything, but that's really basic. Okay.
she likes a lot of basic country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inbound from
I'm not
Ken.
hating on country either.
Yeah,
Oh, no. But some are better than others. Let's
Yeah.
support. Anyway, again, not hating. If you like Casey Musgraves, that's not a diss. Okay. So inbound from Ken. My heart. Of course not, sweets. You in no way add to my stress.
Yeah. Read the
Foreshadowing. The
Yeah.
foreshadowing. I'm sorry. I promise you that on all of my love for you, like I told you last night, you're always my stress relief in all caps. These people can't touch us. Every day we get stronger, almost like we're in our own little room of requirement, winky face. Let them make fools of themselves trying to get in. As long as I got you, babe, I'm invincible. Too much love that I'm lazy and couldn't type it. Yeah, you're probably
Hubby.
lazy.
Yeah, they
Hubby.
called each other hubby and wifey. So
I
Yeah.
have never in my life talked to anybody
Mm-mm.
like this.
no.
I've had a lot of conversations. I've had a lot of flings. I've had boyfriends, whatever. I've never spoken to anybody like this in my life.
Amber, did you say you can search the document?
Yes, I
for
can.
Word? I can't do it on mine. It won't let me. Search for chocolate, would you?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh, God.
Oh
Let's
no.
see. I think it's 2019.
It'll take a minute, but yeah. Because it's got to go through all 1,090 document or pages.
Oh, yeah, crap.
Did your husband already knows what this is going to say? Probably.
Yes.
right?
I was like, oh God. He's like, what?
Oh no. Hopefully it's nothing like why it didn't show up. Did I spell it correctly?
Yeah, you spelled it correctly.
Gypsy might have spelled it wrong.
All right, probably.
Her spelling's better than I expected. She still spells ain't ant,
Mm-hmm.
even years ago, but yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know,
good
right?
gravy.
Sorry, I'm passing notes in the glass. I put
I
2 C's in there to see if she spelled it differently. You might not be able to because nothing's even popping up at all.
Well, you earlier it was doing it. It was
Hmm.
finding everything.
I tried to spell it incorrectly, but oopsie daisy.
Okay. Well, you'll just have
Okay.
to send that to us.
We'll go through and we'll still be finding stuff.
Mhm.
Is there anything else juicy we see?
There's a whole lot, but I think we're gonna call it for now because
Thinking.
I need to go to the bathroom and I'm getting hot down here. Usually it's really cold, but I'm really hot right now.
I was thinking the same thing. I had a jacket on and I took it off. So anyway, take it
Well,
off
just real
later.
quick, so we don't leave people hanging. One
Yeah.
of her emails to Ken said, "You can lick my Pop-Tart full of Hershey's chocolate," and that's not a sexy visual.
Oh no.
Is Hershey's chocolate literal or a euphemism?
We don't know.
I mean, whatever
So
you're
gross.
into. Not
Yeah.
me, but
Oh.
hey. Anyway, well, thank you everybody for showing up. It has been a really great turnout. We've seen a lot of different people in the chat, a lot of new people. So we will continue to go over this stuff.
Yep.
I don't know if we have any exact dates that we're going to be going over this, but we'll work with Millennial and see if we can agree on some stuff that works for all of us.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can try and give you guys a little bit of heads up.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, then
Mhm.
I guess you'll just figure it out if you can't figure it out before that. So
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we're going to try and go. I haven't talked to Millennial about this, but maybe tomorrow around the same time, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we've got a lot to go over still. And
Yeah,
a lot.
and I've got pages and pages of notes.
I'll
So-
try and take notes. I work a lot though too, so I
Yeah.
have all that going on.
You've
so
got a lot of people asking Amber if it'll be up for replay. I assume so.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
we don't take anything
Nope.
down. The only thing that is put on my membership is our interview with Eden's stepmother.
we might want to take that down too because they took down all of their social media, and I feel kind of icky having that up there.
I kept it on my membership only because I don't
Mhm.
want to erase that. I think it needs to stay there in case something ever happens.
Fair enough, but
So-
yeah. But either way, thank you everyone for showing up. It's been a really good live stream,
Yeah.
and like we said, there's lots to get through. So
Yeah, and thank you everybody who donated, who
Yes.
gave memberships. I mean, you
Here.
guys did some really great stuff.
really
so
quick, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go
The chat
through
is
and before
awesome.
we get out of here. Thank you to Harley Quinn PDX for becoming a
Mhm.
new member. Buttons Bashan, maybe. Thank you, Amber and Alaura. Oh, I'll just present it. And 1980 for presenting these for us. And to the person who actually got the emails.
Mhm.
And then Stinky Socks 1984 gave $5. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Ellie, keep doing what you are doing, ladies. Thanks. And then thank you to I can't imagine who 1970s Gen X moderates.
Mhm.
Thank you for the 10 memberships.
That's my husband chat for anyone who doesn't know.
It's
and-
me, a
yes.
member for 1 month.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Cherokee Girl, you always come in clutch with the
Yes.
membership. So thank you for
yeah.
gifting. Actually, there's going to be a few times you pop on here
Yeah,
giving
she
a
does.
membership. So, and then thank you to Bubbles, almost 300 here and only 136 likes. Please hit the like button, show your support. It really helps the channel. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. We always have our commenters and our subscribers plug us a lot more than we plug ourselves.
Yeah, they do.
We're not very good at that. Okay. Thank you, love one another. I was praying for the safe return of Oats and was so excited to learn that you have him back. Here's money for Oats and new stuffy. Oh, thank you so much. I will get him one, and then I will, whenever we do the next thing, I will show off his stuffy.
Yep.
And he was sitting on my lap this whole time, but he ran off. Cherokee Girl, thank you again for another membership.
Mhm.
And then we have Jenny Kaysen. I hope I pronounced that right. Kasan. Thank you, ladies. I truly appreciate you both. We appreciate you
Yes,
and
thank
everybody
you.
else, whether you gifted or not. Just being here is
Yes.
enough. Oh my goodness, Nikita, thank you so much for the $20. I
That's
laughed so
awesome.
hard when you read Dear Goddess. So did I. Sometimes my mom will tell Millennial about stuff before she tells me.
Most of the
but she'll
time.
get but she'll get, sometimes I'll see her. She'll go, guess what? I'll come home for like lunch or something. She's like, you wouldn't believe what I just read. And thank you again to Cherokee Girl. You're always in the chat too, so we always
Yes.
appreciate and enjoy interacting with you.
McCatherine.
McCatherine, thank you all for going over this. Thank you for your support. Thank you to Rebrand, who
Yes.
gifted 20 memberships. So we're gonna hopefully try and do some more stuff for our memberships.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's just you guys being supportive, and a lot of the stuff, the donations we're getting, is gonna go to more FOIAs and to Crime Con.
Mm-hmm. And just so everybody knows, I did get a Jelani Day FOIA.
Yes.
And so this week I got a Jelani Day FOIA, I got the DOC FOIA, and I got the emails. So I got 3 of them.
Yeah. So, and if anybody doesn't know about Jelani Day, we just did an interview with his mother.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it had the same problem that we were having at the beginning of this stream. I hope that nobody does the rewatch and decides not to watch it because of all the technical problems, because both this episode and the last episode that we did have a lot of information that's very important.
Mhm.
But again, a big shout out to Cherokee Girl for gifting another membership. And then Joy, we love you, Joy.
Joy is amazing.
Pimp Juice. To anybody who might have tuned out, Pimp Juice is now Rod. Okay. As per Gypsy, we didn't come up with this. So we will now exclusively refer to Rod as Pimp Juice.
Yep.
Somebody who likes to make funny videos, make something about it. And then thank you again, Cherokee Girl. Just keep popping up in here. And then thank you, Raven, for your super sticker and your little Labubu I see on there. I think those are kind of cute, but I don't want to spend all that money on them. They're
I don't want one in
expensive.
my house.
Oh, yeah, you get freaked out about everything. Anyway, Laura Lynn, a member for 2 months.
Thank
you so
you.
much. We like interacting with you as well.
Yeah.
And then thank you again, Laura Lynn. We love you too. And then yet again, Cherokee
Cherokee.
Girl coming in clutch again.
Yeah.
And then holier than thou. Thank you for gifting the Into the Weeds membership.
Thank you.
I love that
And
username.
Yeah, me too. And then thank you, Sam. Explosive stuff. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
And then welcome Anna Spicer, Girl Without Guts, to our
Yeah.
membership. So just kind of
Thank
want to
you.
go through all of that stuff. And then again, everyone subscribe to Millennial. She does a lot of really good videos,
Yep.
and she's good at holding down the fort when our internet goes out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Mandy, if you're watching, for inviting me to go over these with Into the Weeds. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
you
I
so
think she said
much.
she was going to go touch some grass and get out into the world.
Yes, and another just a reminder, everybody, we were given these FOIAs by Mandy,
Mhm.
and she just wanted us and Millennial to go over it, so that's who's going to go over it for now. Eventually all the stuff will go out, but we're just respecting the wishes of the person who helped us out.
Yeah.
So
we hope that you all have an amazing week,
yes,
that you do something good to change the world and make it a better place.
Yes.
Please.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.